Neither the West Indies men nor the West Indies women played in the last one-day international cricket World Cup. The West Indies men have slipped below the automatically qualified position for the men tournament that will comes up next year. So, with 8 matches left to go, if they fail to qualify above the line, they will have to go to the qualifiers as they did in 2019 when they barely scraped through, and 2023 when the train never moved. The result of this series between the West Indies women and Australia women will not determine whether West Indies women qualify for the ODI World Cup or not. But should West Indies chase down this mammoth total of over 340 runs made by Australia and win this match, it would be a big boost to women cricket in the region. Hello everyone, this is the Cricket Forum. It's the Caribbean #1 cricket channel, and I thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your company. As the sun set in St. Kitts and Nevis, so too West Indies innings is set with Ailey Matthews and Quiana Joseph opening the batting as usual. Matthews has decided to take first strike, it being a one-day international match and not a T20. She blocked the first ball, and the second ball she also blocked. West Indies none without loss after 2 deliveries. So West Indies none without loss after 2 deliveries. To get 342 will be a big task. And Darcy Brown, is it? That'll start the bowling innings for Australia. She has a slip in place. She bowls to Matthews. And Matthews drive it back down the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. So the score remains at 0-0. Score remains at 0-0 in over number 1. 0-0 in over number 1. Says Brown. He's over the wicket. Bowls to down the leg side. Matthews looked to work it away. It came off the pad. The keeper gave chase, sends the return in. The score is now 1 leg by West Indies, 1 without loss in over number 1. 1 without loss in over number 1. 4 deliveries have been bowled. Soon warm up, man. Soon warm up. 4 deliveries have been bowled. West Indies 1 without loss. Quiana Joseph comes into strike. I would not have played Quiana Joseph. I would have played really Anna Grimman, but let's hope she get off to a good start as she comes on the front foot and ease the ball into the cover. And they go through for a single for a moment there. I think the Australian fielder was baiting her to run. She was running beside the ball and probably baiting Quiana Joseph to run. That was my first impression. But then it was clearly into the gap. And so she's off the mark. This is that right? I am way behind this, look like. So how comes I'm so far behind? What is happening here? So the best thing to do is to refresh, because the score there is saying 4 without loss, and my score, but at least I saw Matthews work that into the onside, so it's 4 without loss after 1 over. Yeah, so 4 without loss after 1 over. Let's see, hopefully my score. And this being a female match, the chat is open for everyone. So while you're encouraged to be a member of our members club on Patreon, when the female games are playing, we open up the chat to everyone. So if you're not a member of the club, you can still comment in the comment section. Being a female match, however, we limit the comments to the women game. Today, Cricket West Indies had a press conference. A lot of things was said, but that is for another time. That is for another time. So, Gart will bowl from the other end. She will be bowling to Joseph. She's over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and Joseph edge it down to third man for 4. The Australians are giving chase because that's what they do. They will chase the ball into the boundary, but it went off the edge, down to the boundary for 4, 8 without loss. So first delivery from Kim Gart, pitched up, edge away, down to third man, past the first slip, down to the boundary for 4. West Indies 8 without loss after the first delivery of over number 2. So Kim Gart, the right arm seamer, she's going to run in now to bowl to Quiana Joseph, who's second. She's batting probably a little out of her crease. She's bowled, she's back off her length, she blocked it back to the bowler, and there is no run. So 8 without loss after 1.2 overs. 8 without loss after 1.2 overs. I saw, thank you, Banana Brooks. I saw Banana Brooks put both playing 11 into the chat. So I appreciate that much, Banana Brooks. I appreciate that much. So here's the West Indies playing 11. Quiana Joseph blocked this into the offside, and there is no run. So 8 without loss. And the score is bang on this time. You know, in the Australian innings, there was a lot of issues with the scoring. So it's still ahead. What's going on here? Why my feed is a little behind today? It's usually right up there. Loud appeal, struck on the pad, not out. That is reviewable now, because I think that hit in line. But there's no review in this tournament. But that one definitely touched down in line. Look at this. Maybe height. It touched down in line. Height. Probably I'd say, I'd be very unhappy if I was the bowling team. But I guess probably height. So she got the benefit of the doubt there. Probably height save her there. So let's watch Kim Gart. She's over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and Joseph swing it away down back with a square leg for 4. 12 without loss after 1.5. Quiana Joseph smashing that down back with a square leg for 4. 12 without loss after 1.5. So thank you, Banana Brooks. Big up, Mrs. Brown. How are you? Appreciate it. You being here. Patrick Lambert. Kim Gart to Quiana Joseph, who blocked the final delivery of the over, and there is no run. So there's a lot of issues with the scoring, and apparently they have sorted it out, which is good to see. But there was so much issue with the scoring during the Australian innings. 12 without loss. So Patrick Lambert is saying, never say never. But for West Indies to get 342 runs is almost impossible. We need at least 2 centuries. I see your point, Patrick Lambert. We need some good scores, you know. Yeah, if we get 2 centuries, it will be much easier. But if 4 persons chipped in with some big half centuries, that's also good. Darcy Brown to Matthews, who played it to mid-wicket, and there is no run. I don't know. I am not going to, honestly, I'm not going to look at that. Yeah. I don't want to look at that. 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 It comes in now over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews play this out into the offside. Again, there is no run. So again, there's no run. 12 without loss after 2.2. 12 without loss after 2.2. Australia won the toss and they decide to bat first. And after 2.2 overs, they are 12 without loss. So that's the West Indies playing 11 on the screen. West Indies all inside edge onto the pad. Stifle appeal. Inside edge. Oh, so it looks so much of a different pitch when West Indies is batting than when Australia is batting. This is a highly skilled team. Was it inside edge? I would love to. I think it gets an inside edge. I would definitely love to see the replay again. And those of you, yes, Australia won the toss and batted. Yes, I would have done the same as that one played to mid-on, and they get a singer. This is a very small ground, right? And when you bat in the sunshine, there are advantages of batting in the sunshine. So I would have batted in the sunshine. I'd have done the same. Brown over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, who looks to pull, bottom edge it onto her body, and there is no run. Now, one of the good things about batting in the sunshine is that you don't have to field in it. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons. And another reason is that it doesn't matter how bright the night light is. There's nothing that beats the actual daylight. Nothing that beats it. So it's better seen. So once the pitch is hard, sunshine, I'm always going to bat. Joseph steered that out towards the cover, and the fielder gave chase, and Joseph came back for two. Really just came back for two there. Desmond Gardner, how you doing, man? Big up yourself, man. Respect. We appreciate you being here after 3 overs, West Indies 15 without loss. Remind you that they need 342 to win this match. Australia made 341 off their 50 overs. West Indies need 342 to win. After 3 overs, Matthews is on 3, Joseph is on 11, West Indies 15 without loss. Yeah, so once the sun is hot banana broke, so I'm going to bat. Once the pitch is hard, the sun is hot, I'm going to bat. So I would have batted. Another reason why I would have batted, by putting such a big score on the board on a small ground, because a small ground, so you can put a big score on the board. Despite the ground being small, you batted first and put a big score. Immediately, there's scoreboard pressure for the team that is batting second. And so there are 2 slips in the gully. Comes in now. That is Kim Gard, bowls to Matthews. She looks to cut. She bottom edge it down to short, fine leg. It runs behind the 30-yard circle, which allows them to come through for a single. The score goes up by 1 to 16 without loss. Matthews is on 4 and Joseph is on 11. Yeah, so there's always scoreboard pressure despite the ground being small. So I would have batted. And as I made the point, there's no light like the daylight. And the Australians would probably not quite sure what the night light would be, although you remember Tim David getting a big 100 yards. So there's 1 slip on a gully, backward point cover, mid-off as Kim Gard comes in, bowls to Quiana, Joseph taken on the pad, stifle appeal, pitch outside the line of the off stump this time, not coming back enough. The umpire is saying that she nicks it. I don't think that's coming back enough to challenge. It's not straightening enough to challenge the stump. The umpire is saying that she got an edge to it. I don't see any edge, but the umpire would have said that he got an edge. So let's see now. Let's watch. Over the wicket, bowls. Quiana Joseph turned this away in the air, off her hip, down towards the fielder, coming off the backward square leg boundary. That's their nemesis. Is that? Yeah, I think that's Alana King that came off the boundary just now and lobbed the return in. Was that Alana King that came off the boundary just now and lobbed the return in? 17 without loss, West Indies after 3.3. 17 without loss. Matthews onto the front foot, drives into the cover, cannot beat the cover. You know, as I mentioned, Alana King there, did she? I think she run out without facing a ball. Did she face one delivery? Or I think she run out without facing a ball, you know? Greetings, Athena. I know Athena is on fire, you know. Athena is on fire. Athena doesn't like what happened. But, you know, but as we say, it's a Ben game. We'll have time to discuss it. As Matthews played that in the air past the bowler who just could not reach to it, and they go through for a single as mid-arm comes around and field. One more to the West Indies total, 18 without loss. You know, the finals of both the urban era, so the Kingston era, and the rural era under 19 schoolboy cricket starts on Tuesday. Vittel Lost Team St. Jago High School will play Campion College, the team of Brandon King, the school of Brandon King, in the final in Kingston. That must be out now. I think so. Yes, out leg before. There's no chance. It came back. Quiana Joseph out leg before. West Indies lost their first wicket, 18 for 1. She just saw across the line of a full-length delivery. She cannot back those delivery. Once you nail it, she's going to out. It swing a little in the air. It came back off the pitch. It's hard not to give that out. It could be missing leg stump. No, it's not missing leg stump. It's probably the worst. It clipping leg stump. But it pitched mid stump and straighten up. The right arm fast bowler coming over the wicket to the left-handed batswoman. They pitch it up full because they know that she cannot back there. So she's not coming on the front foot and playing the ball down the ground. She's looking to swing across the line of everything. And when the ball pitched that full, she doesn't have the shot to just come on the front foot and hit it through mid-on. Or even blocked it. She just doesn't have the shot. But Quiana Joseph continued to play in this team because she's a favorite of the coach. You know, she's a favorite of Shane Deeds. That's why she continued to play. She's a favorite of Shane Deeds. It's favoritism. You know, favoritism, West Indies. You know, since Quiana Joseph is one of your favorites, I don't know if you have any other favorites. So since Quiana Joseph is your favorite, why don't you teach her to play the Anjai? You know, why? Pleasant looking shot from Stephanie Taylor. She just came on the front foot and stroked it. So, was it Stephanie? Look at her shape. So, you and Quiana Joseph, let's say Quiana Joseph is your favorite, and put it at that, and don't say what I didn't say. Don't think what I didn't say, right? So don't do that. You hear those thunder, man? Saw the lightning flash just now, and you hear the thunder? Yeah. So don't say what I didn't say, but definitely Quiana Joseph is Shane Deeds' favorite. Remember, Shane Deeds even went as far as to say that Quiana Joseph is one of the best batswomen in the world. But for heaven's sake, teach her to play the hand drive now. Brown to Taylor, who covers up, played it back down the pitch, no run, 19 for 1 after 4.3. For heaven's sake, teach her to play the hand drive. Because we saw it against They're just showing the replay. I think it hit in leg stump. It pitched mid and leg and straight up on it in leg stump. It not missing. We saw it against Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankans are not as skilled as the Australian, but they pulled full to her, and she struggled. She struggled. They bowled full to her, and they struggled. Oh, lovely shot by Stephanie Taylor down to mid-wicket for 4. It was back of a length from Darcy Brown, and the veteran West Indies and former captain just pounced on it and pull it. Oh, she played that shot well down to mid-wicket, rolling the wrist. No doubt about it. Once it connects, it was 4. It was right out of the screw, back of a length. It sat up and she pulled. Didn't all that sat up. It was about shoulder height, and she played that well. Good shot by Taylor. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely shot by Taylor. Bowls to Taylor, who just blocked it down to mid-off. They thought about a single, but then they stayed in their crease. 4.5 overs, 23 for 1. Matthews on 6, Taylor is on 4. Yeah, so we saw it against Sri Lanka, where they bowled full to her, pitched up on her pad, bowled full to her, and she can't manage it. And she's there. She is one of your favorites, if not your favorite. So why don't teach her to bat? You know? Every time you see this girl, she's swinging from her hip. End of over number 5, 23 for 1. Against a high-class, highly skilled, professional team, international team like Australia. That won't work. It won't work. You have to be able to defend the basic ball and pitch up straight to you. She's gone. West Indies, 23 for 1. 23 for 1. So, Michael Nemard, Matt is saying that Matthews or Taylor have to score big, while the top 6 make sensible contributions for us to challenge that total. Yeah. Kim Gard bowls to Matthews, who pulls. It goes down towards mid-wicket. It's bouncing away. She had us to bend the knee to pull that delivery as it was back of a length, and as she looks to pull, it never got up as much as she wanted it to. So she had us to bend the knee, and she got it away down forward of square. The fielder from the backward square leg boundary has to move to her left. And in doing so, they came back for 2. So 2 more to the total. 25 for 1. Here is Kimgard. 2 slips in place. Bowls to Matthews, and Matthews drive to mid-off. That's a similar ball like the one that got Quiana Joseph. But Matthews can bat, so she blocked it to mid-on. A forceful shot to mid-on. You know, she never just blocked it. She just check drive to mid-on. And there is no run. 25 for 1. It would be good if both of them can make significant contribution. That would really be good. But you can't rule out Chinel and Henry and Deandra Dattin. They too can make significant contribution. Campbell can also have shown that she can make a 50. Glasgow made 2 consecutive 50 against Sri Lanka. You know, so you know, and I take your point, but I don't think the batting necessarily limited to those 2, although big contributions from these 2 would be significant if West Indies have to win. Off the back foot, she just dab it into the onside and they go through for a single. What is important to me is to see, I saw Taylor bowling, and she's also moving smoothly. So that's important to me. Pascal Williams has said, to me, that are very big score for West Indies to make. We need at least 1 century. Yeah. I think Patrick Lambert has said 2. I agree with you. She has to do that. Over the wicket comes Kim Gard, bowls to Taylor, who looks good in covers up and played it out into the covers. There is no run. She looks good. 26 for 1 after 5.5. Uh, Roxanne Gray saying, why Taylor batting at 3? She always bats at 5. I think she floats, Roxanne Gray. I think she floats, and being a one-day match, and being the fact that she, despite being being a veteran, and we know that she is advancing in age, she is still our best ODI batswoman. So to say Roxanne Gray, for me, I don't have an issue with it. I personally do not have an issue with her batting at 3. I think it's okay. I think it's the right decision. I think I would have batted her at 3 also. I would want my best, because there's no doubt about it that our 2 best batswomen are at the crease, Matthews and Taylor. They are our 2 best batswomen. And as the person Nemad said, that these 2 have to make big score. While I don't necessarily agree, I think Daptin and Edric can also score 100, and Canberra can give you a half century, and Glasgow can give you some runs, and even Alia Lane was very upset. She took 3 catches in the deep, but she never celebrated any at all. She was very upset because they're not bowling her, and if you're not bowling her, she's not going to improve. Matthews drive down the ground, mid-on misses, it runs out towards the boundary, but mid-off got to it. Will they come back for 2? No, they stay on 1. Matthews held up her hand like a cop, and they stay on 1. She moves up to 10, Taylor on 6, West Indies 29 for 1. I have, well, the bowling was poor, Banana Brooks. The bowling was poor, and I always said, once again, Chinel Edry was injured and was unable to bowl, so she bowled probably 4 overs up front, and then she never bowled anymore. But the bowling was poor. As you see there, Taylor looking to turn this away, it goes into the boundary at fine leg, so I'll wait and see. Leg by, as Darcy Brown bowl a little straight, Taylor looked to turn it away, came off the pad and goes down towards fine leg for 4. So 4 leg by, push the West Indies score up to 33. However they come, we appreciate it. I'm never one for using 8 bowlers. Never. I am not in the business of using 8 bowlers. 6 the most. And I think Alia Lane is suffering from a lack of bowling. And she will only get worse if they continue not to bowl her. Right now, I think she's low on confidence. For almost 2 years, Alia Lane was seen as our death bowler. And they don't used to bowl her up front. They used to bowl her in the death. And so, but now they are only giving her 1 and 2 over. She will not improve if you're giving her 1 and 2 over. If a bowler is bowling in the death, she's going to go for runs. As Matthews come on the front foot and drove this sweet little mid off, and there is no run. The score remained at 34 for 1 after 6.4. So, Matthews was the most economical. Her 10 overs went for 46, and Affle Fletcher, they took out the broom for Affle Fletcher. They took out the broom for her. Her 10 overs went for 83 runs. She got 3 wickets though, but they swept her and they swept her and they swept her. They took out the broom for her. Everyone came to the crease. They were sweeping and reverse sweeping. They decided that we are going to sweep her. And so back off a length by Darcy Brown, and Matthews just ride this and steered it down towards the fielder coming off the 3rd man boundary for a single, taking her up to 11. Taylor is on 7, 35 for 1. Yeah, so Charisma Ramarak, she wasn't bad either. Her 10 overs went for 56 runs, and it's good to see that she's coming back into some form, So I really think outside of Matthews and Ramarak, the bowling was just generally poor, because that in up front, as you see, That in up front went for a lot of runs, and I don't remember her figures of her first 4 overs. But you see, she almost conceded 8 runs per over, although she bowled so well when she came back. Banana Brooks. So I don't think the bowling was good. Ramarat and Matthews, and you saw Stephanie Taylor. But she got 2 wickets, but she went for almost 6.5 runs per over. So the bowling wasn't all that hot, Yes, yeah. But so Michael Douglas is saying that, not Michael Douglas, Michael Nemar, is saying that Rashada Williams has to batter her way back into the opening spot, because without her, West Indies is going to struggle not to have a proper opener. So that's 35 for 1 as Kim Gard continues. This is her 4th over. She has got the wicket of Quiana Joseph Matthews on 11. I'm just thinking about that comment that Michael never made, but that's how he sees it. So everyone is entitled to their opinion. I do not have an issue with his opinion. I don't necessarily see it that way, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. So Matthews just drives back down the pitch. The bowler stopped it in her follow through. Taylor quickly go back in her crease. I can tell you that there are 2 slips on a gully. The gully is very, very short. The gully is shorter than usual. There's a backward square leg, there's a mid-wicket, and there's a mid-on. So those are the 6 fielders that I'm seeing. I assume that there's a cover and a mid-off. As Taylor blocked this to the fielder coming around from a wideish cover, it was played much straighter. Widest mid-off, it was played much straighter, and they go through for a single. So adjustment in the field for Stephanie Taylor, adjustment in the field, 36 for 1 after 7.3 overs, 36 for 1. Much appreciated, Banana Brooks. Every time you're a member of our wonderful club, so have to provide the information that I have for the members. Yes, so similar field, 2 slips on a gully. As I said, the gully is very short. Bowls to Taylor, who allows it to go through outside the half stump. She pushed the left pad. It was wide. She was looking to drive initially, but then she realized that it was too wide. She pushed the left pad, pulled the bat, and allows it to go through to the keeper. 36 for 1. So 2 slips on a gully for her. And then there's an extra cover. There's a mid-wicket and there's a mid-on. I don't know if it's a camera that makes the gully look so close, but from what I'm seeing, from the angle that I'm seeing, she looks absolutely close. So the mid-on and the mid-off begins to walk as the bowler runs in, and that one shaped away from Taylor. She definitely pushed the bat this time. She looks very, very ungainly as she looks to open up her body and drive it through the offside with the foot on leg stump, or the left foot even probably outside leg stump, and the ball beat her outside the half stump, So she was looking to give herself room, and then it touched down at about mid and half and seam left her through to the keeper. 36 for 1 after 7.5. Here is Kim Gard. She's going to bowl to Taylor. 2 slips on a gully. She bowls to Taylor, and that's the in-swinger, which Taylor turned to the right of mid-wicket. They thought about a single. I'll wait and see if they went through for it. Just trying to confirm the single. Yes, I can confirm that they got a single. It's 37 for 1 at the end of over number 8. 37 for 1 at end of over number 8 as night sets in St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm yet to see Jamor Small. He's probably still at work. Much appreciated, Banana Brooks. Thanks. You're welcome, man, every time. Why they still keeping Quiana Joseph as an opener? I talked about that already in a Sean Overcomer. The reason why she's opening is that she is the coach favorite. you know, she's a favorite of the coach. So her selection is based on favoritism, not on batting skills, but on favoritism. The part that I find ironic, though, if she's so much your favorite player, why don't you teach her to bat? You know, so it's Alana King, the nemesis, coming into the attack. So she's playing because she's the coach favorite, you know. And as I said, don't think what I never said. Don't say what I never said. She's a coach favorite. That's what I said. Nothing else. Right? You know. The last part, I don't think I will never open with any of those three. But as I said earlier, everyone is entitled to their opinions. But I would not open with any of those three. I'd probably back them 3, 4, 5. Yes, but I would not open with any of them. 3, 4, and 5, I think, and then Henry comes 6. I'd open with Liliana Grimman. And that's who I'd open with, Liliana Grimman. Alana King comes in, bowls to Matthews, who's off the back foot. She cannot beat mid-off. That's look like Molyneux, the captain. The score remains at 38-1. So I'd have opened with Liliana Grimman and have at Taylor at 3, Campbell at 4, Dutton at 5, Henry at 6, Glasgow at 7, and Lane at 8. As Matthews up and over the cover, down towards the deep extra cover boundary. The fielder is coming around. She will get there. They'll come back for 2 as she sends the return in. 2 more to the West Indies total. 40-1, Matthews on 14, Taylor on 9. So 40-1, still needing a further 302 runs to win. That sounds like a lot. Well, it doesn't sound like a lot. It doesn't only sound like a lot. It is a lot, as more than one person have pointed out that these two need to get a big total. It's a big score. King bowls to Matthews. She's off the back foot. She beats the inner circle, but it goes straight to the lady coming off the cover boundary. That's 41. So 41-1, and we are still in over number 9. High in the air by Matthews. Over, long off. It bunks away, plug, and they come back for 2. So the required total now is under 300. So 7 from that Alana King over. West Indies 44-1, needing a further 298 to win. So the required target has gone. Just the main fact that the target has gone down to under 300. Even although it is 298, it just sounds so much psychologically different than it being 301. Although it's just a difference of 3, but just that it is 298 instead of 301, it just sounds so psychologically better, As that, okay, that's shown from the previous match. Yeah. Oh, so they're showing from the one-day series. They're just showing some recaps from the one-day series. So Taylor is on 10 from 15. Kim Gart was taken 1 for 18. 2 slips goes down, bowls to Taylor. That ball seams away. She's bowling some outswinger, and that one touchdown. But Taylor is onto the front foot and she played it much correctly and much more correct than the previous over when she was looking to open up her body and hit her inside out. Because this ball soon stops seaming around, hopefully. It stops seaming around. So Taylor is on 10 from 16. Matthews is on 17 from 27. That's okay. 2 slipper gully, extra cover mid-off. Lovely delivery this time. Forced Taylor to play. That's a nice delivery as it touched down about mid and off. The batswoman came onto the front foot. It seemed left her through to the keeper. There's no run. Too good to play. So it's a 6-3 field. 2 slips a gully. Then the backward point is right back on the boundary. There's an extra cover. There's a deep mid-off right at the edge of the circle. The extra cover is in, saving the singer right in. The extra cover is right in, probably about 15 meters from the pitch. Comes in, bowls to Taylor. Again, it seems left her. Kim Gart is in a good looking spell here. She's getting this ball to dart around off the pitch. Yes, so the 2 slips on the gully. The backward point is right back on the boundary. The extra cover is right in, probably about 10 meters from the pitch. And then the mid-off is deep, right back at the edge of the circle. The mid-on is orthodox. The mid-wicket is orthodox. And then you have a field on the backward square leg boundary. It's a 6-3 field. 6 on the off, 3 on the on. Here is Kim Gart. The slips goes down. She bowls to Matthews. That one comes back into Taylor. And Taylor looked to turn it into the onside. Misses, taken on the pad. And they go through for a leg by 45 for 1. Matthews coming to strike with 2 deliveries to go in over number 10. But Kim Gart is getting this ball to dart around off the pitch. She almost letting it talk. She's getting it to come back. She's getting it to go away. And she's bowling a very, very good length and line. So very interesting. Here she is. So they have a cover, extra cover, and a mid-off. And they have you could say 2 extra covers. So they move the gully and you have 2 extra cover. Bowls to Taylor, who steered this away down to that field on the cover point boundary. I think it's King, as is always patrolling the boundary. If you are not watching this match, I would have loved for you to watch it. So for Matthews just now, they have the 2 slips. And they have the fielder deep on the cover boundary and the backward point boundary. And then they have an extra cover and another extra cover, you could call it short mid-off. And then they have the straight mid-off that is deep right at the edge of the circle. But it's back to the field now as Taylor covers up, looks to turn this away down to the onside and taken on the pad again, led by the score goes up by 1. It's 47 for 1 at the end of over number 10. 47 for 1 at the end of over number 10. So Sean Overcomer is saying, okay, I was just about to ask you who. Okay. Since Richard Williams. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about it, I would have opened with Reliana Griman. And this is, you see, when I look at Quiana Joseph and I look at Reliana Griman, it is things like these why I know that Shane Deeds has to go. Because Reliana Griman is no worse than she was last year. And when I said I would open with Reliana Griman, I'm talking from a perspective if I was coaching her and she would be much better. No, she would be much better. But apparently, Shane Deeds, who is the batting coach, she is the one who is in charge of batting, has not done well. As King pitched up to Ailey Matthews and she hit it, Stephanie Taylor, and she hit it down towards the long on boundary, 1 bounce 4, 51 for 1. So she pitched up and she hit it down to long on for 4. Alana King there, just guilty of over pitching, and she just using her feet, hit it down to long on for 4. So 4 more to the West Indies total. King to Taylor down the leg side. White should be signal as she shaped to come forward, and then she went back, and Alana King pulled it down and fired it down the leg side, and White signal. 52 for 1. But yes, what I'll go with Grimman. King is it. Alana King over the wicket to Taylor, and Taylor looks to open up her body and to drive, but the googly came back and hit the inside edge, and to the pad goes to mid-off. Molyneux field, and there is no run. 52 for 1. Alana King just surveying her field. As just making some adjustment here. You know, the West Indies squad, this squad was on the release yesterday, you know. I think Ashwin Munisar comes in. Mane Mangu is out. Solid Shah is there as the backup wicket keeper. But I'm sure I saw Mangu on the field, didn't I? King to Taylor. Taylor off the back foot as the leg break turns across her. She just eased it down to the fielder coming off the cover boundary for a singer. 53 for 1. Taylor moves up to 15. With her, Ailey Matthews, the West Indies captain, she's an 18. West Indies 53 for 1. Remind you that the target is 342, so they still need a further 289. It's a long, long way. But let's watch King, Alana King, the right-arm leg spinner, bowls to Matthews, who cannot beat cover. And the score remains at 53 for 1 as she went back deep in her crease. She looks to hit it very hard, but could not beat the fielder at cover. So they are thinking about it. So they are pushing back the mid on to long on. So there's the backward point cover, extra cover. Then there is the mid-off. Then there's a deep fielder between extra cover and mid-off on the cover boundary. Matches off the back foot, beat the inner circle 4 runs. It was short enough when she cuts it away past backward point and cover down to the boundary for 4 as the screen froze. So Banana Brooks is asking more fielders on the onside for King. Wow, there were 3. I saw 3 on the onside. I don't. So there was a long on, there was a mid wicket, and there was a fielder forward of square. I don't know if there's any on the deep mid wicket boundary, or I don't know if there's any at backward square leg. I never saw that. I would definitely tell you if I'd seen it. So the screen is freezing. I don't 50. Screen is freezing. That the images are not that good. As she swings and misses, end of over number 11, 57 for 1. So Matthews swing and miss it, end of over number 11, 57 for 1. So 57 for 1 at the end of over number 11, West Indies. Looking to get a mammoth total here. Can they get it? It's left to be seen. What a joyful day this would be. Oh my Lord. Can you imagine? West Indies chasing them 342 to beat Australia. And as I said in the introduction, this match really and truly doesn't really, is whether West Indies win or lose a series. It's not going to determine their World Cup qualification for the next Women ODI World Cup. But can you imagine West Indies chasing down 342 to beat Australia? What a day it would be. I'll soon tell you the field Banana Brooks. Well, let's see. Interesting. Will they bring back Kim Gart for a 6th over? She's getting the ball to dart around, So, yes. So I think they're going to probably bowl her out as long as this ball continues to swing. Well, it's not swinging, it's seaming. So 2 slips. Yeah, it says the same field, 2 slip, but a backward point instead of the gully. Extra cover mid-off and the fielder deep on the cover boundary. Matthews covers up and played it to mid-on. So Kim Gard continues to bowl. I think she's saying go to gully. I think she told the backward point to go to gully. I think that's what the hand signal means. So there will be 2 slips on a gully. That fielder deep on the cover boundary, the extra cover the mid-off. The mid-on, the mid-wicket, and the deep backward square legs. A 6-3 field. Kim Gard. Required run rate is now 7.34. She's getting the ball to seam a lot. It's over the wicket, bowls. Matthew Taylor onto the front foot, played it to mid-wicket, and they got a singer, and the score goes up by 58 for 1. This time, oh no! The worst thing possible. This is the second worst thing. So Kim Gard, she has not gotten the wicket of Stephanie Taylor, but I think she have effectively ended the series for Stephanie Taylor. It hit her right on the bad knee as that ball came back in. Or is it cramp? Hopefully it's cramp. Because I saw her holding the knee. Let me see. No, it looked like it hit her on the bad knee to me. It looked like it hit her on the bad knee. Or is it cramp? I'm praying and hoping that it is cramp. Yes, see right there, she held the knee. She held on to that right knee. And though they are stretching it out, but she held on to that right knee. And that's, you don't want that to happen. I'm hoping it is cramp, because I don't think that if it was the knee, they would have been stretching her like that, because they're stretching the hamstring. You know, they're showing the earlier part of the West Indies innings. She's up. You know, anyone who's listening to the commentary can tell me whether it's the knee or the hamstring the commentators are saying. Sir Brown, what do you think about Nation? Do you think she can make a comeback? No, Nation is closer to 40 than 35, you know, Sean Overcomer. So no, Nation, I wouldn't pick Shelly Nation. I definitely would not pick Shelly Nation. I think Shelly Nation, my recommendation. I don't know. So it's a strange feel again with the 2 extra cover on the mid-off. 2 slips on the fielder deep on the backward point boundary, bowls to tail, and she drives to mid-on. And there is no run. Sorry, to Matthews, who drives to mid-on. So there's a strange feel for Matthews. 2 slips, then you have the fielder deep on the cover point boundary, backward point boundary. Then you have an extra cover. Then you have another fielder about 5 or 6 meters to the right of the extra cover. And then you have the mid-off right back at the edge of the circle. Mid-on, mid-wicket, backward square leg, short, pull high in the air. It going down towards that fielder at the backward square leg, and she took the catch. Matthews gone. So it was back of a length, and she pulled high in the air, and it goes to that fielder down at the deep backward square leg boundary who took the catch. And what a hover is this by Kim Gard. This is absolutely top class, highly skilled bowling. Let's look at the effect that the over have first. It may well put. Oh, it's a no ball. Oh Lord, it's a no ball. It's a no ball. No ball. It's a no ball. Ah ha ha ha. It's a no ball. They are shell shock. Oh ho ho. It's a no ball. See it there now. Oh, it's a no ball. Nothing behind the line. And if she wants to walk off, that's her business. I'm not walking off. I don't see anything behind the line from the other angle. Well, I've given her, so she has to go. All right, so back to the point that I was making. That was a short-lived joy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to those of you who I raised your oath just now. I'm very sorry. I must apologize, but that's a short-lived joy. You know, this is a West Indies fan channel, you know, so we always want to, even when we see things in the West Indies eyes, not really independently, but in the eyes of the West Indies. So you understand? Yes, but I was saying that, look at this over from Kim Gart. She got the wicket of West Indies' most dangerous batswoman in recent times in the over. And she also may well have put Stephanie Taylor out of the series. You know? So this decision to give her her sixth over on the chat, is paying off big time. Big time. That ball didn't bounce as much as Matthews expected. It was a slower delivery. That didn't leave the outswinger and let it go through to the keeper. And there's no runs. 58 for 2. So that is one. She got the wicket of the West Indies captain, and then depending on what, she may well have put Stephanie Taylor out of the series. But apart from that, she's bowling. It's highly skilled bowling, you know. She bowled probably about, let's watch this delivery from Kim Gart. Final delivery of over number 12, dotting deep in her crease, played it to mid-wicket, no runs, 58 for 2 after 12. She bowled about 16 outswingers and 2 in-swinger. And she has those 3 fielders from extra cover to mid-off. The extra cover, another fielder to the right of the extra cover, and then a mid-off. So she has those 3 fielders. And she leaves that big gap between second slip and the extra cover. So there's a big gap. She has a fielder on the cover boundary, yes. And she keep on pitching up the ball, swinging it away, seaming it away, not swing, seaming it away, touching down mid on leg and seaming it away. Consistently for about 4 overs. She brought back in 2 of them. Yes, I remember 2 of them. The one that hit Taylor on the pad was one that came back. And then all of a sudden she slipped in the bouncer. So Matthews, who was screeching on her front foot, could not get back in time to pull it away. Hold caught at deep backward square leg. Highly skilled, you know, well planned, you know, brilliant. You know, I see things through the lens of the West Indies, but that was highly skilled. So, Brown, what do you... Oh, yeah, well, I'll look at that already. As Carey comes into the attack, and she bowls to Taylor, and Taylor played it away through the covers for a singer. But is this young lady Alex Carey's sister? I don't know. I always want to call her Alex Carey. I don't know why. You know what is Nicola Carey? I always want to call her Alex Carey. That's what is Nicola Carey. So let's watch now as Carey comes in, bowls to Dottin, and Dottin, the cavalier shot up and over the cover fielder as King, that is, comes off the cover boundary for a singer. 1 more to the total. 60 for 2 West Indies. Dottin is on 1 from 3. Taylor is on 17 from 26. But I'm telling you, man, it was highly skilled bowling. And those are the things that we want to see from our West Indies players. Those are the type of planning that we want to see. It's a different field now, just the orthodox ring field, as Taylor crunches this to backward point and it cannot beat the fielder. So orthodox field for Nicola Carey bowling to Taylor. That's in, there's no slip. There's a third man. Then there's a backward point cover mid-off. and then there's a fielder on the sweeper boundary. So it's a 5-4 field now for Carey bowling to Taylor. And then you have the deep mid wicket, the deep backward square leg. And she comes in, bowls to Taylor, slower delivery. She cuts, misses, goes through to the keeper on the bounce. 60 for 2 after 12.3. So that's a regular ring field here where you have the fielders just right around in a circle, 5-4 ring field. The third man, the backward point, the cover, the mid-off, the sweeper on the cover boundary, the mid-on, the mid-wicket, forward of square on the boundary, and also the deep backward square leg. Carey comes in, bowls to Taylor, who eases through the gap in the offside. It goes down to that sweep on the cover boundary. One more to the West Indies total. 61 for 2 with 1 to come in over number 3. So here is Nicola Carey. This is over number 13. West Indies have a mama 342 chasing as Nicola Carey comes in, bowls to Dottin. Oh, she looks good as she strokes that to extra cover. End of the over, 61 for 2, Dottin on 1, Taylor on 18. As night sets, as night fall in St. Kitts and Nevis. Mr. Brown, do you think the Australians have found out after Fletcher? Let me tell you how I look at it. Valerie, is that Valerie R? I think it's Valerie R. So the Australian would have planned for her and it works. No, she still got 3 wickets. But they score 84 runs off her. So will you take 84 for 3 off the bowler you would probably consider the best in the opposition? So what you would have done, they would have gone in, they would have planned and said, we're going to sweep her. We're going to sweep her. And they swept and they swept and they swept. Nothing wrong with that. That was just the plan. It's not about, I don't think it has anything to do with finding her out. I guess they would have known what she was doing and they decided to sweep her. Now, this is international cricket. Afi Fletcher now needs to come back and elevate our game. Maybe elevate is not the right word, but evolve. Because do your game really elevate at this level or does it evolve? It evolve and tailor to counter what you're faced with. So it's not about finding out. It's about having a plan and the plan work, and then it's up to Afi Fletcher now to come back in the next match and shows that she has evolved her game and she's able to figure out now to prevent those sweep shots. You know, so they just came and they swept her and they swept her and they swept her and they swept her. Yeah. So, yeah. 62 for 2. Gardner, the half spinner, all rounder. She's bowling half spin. So let's watch now as she comes into Dottin. She's in, bowls to Dottin. Dottin is forward and she blocks that one, and there is no runs. You know, so let's watch now Dottin. 13.3 overs have been bowled. Gardner, the right arm off spinner. I can tell you the 6th fielder in the circles as it comes in, bowls to Dottin, who played it back to Gardner. So there's 4 between backward point and mid-off. So that's backward point cover, extra cover, mid-off. Then there's a mid-on, and then there's a short fine leg. So that's 6. More than likely, there's I assume that there's a deep mid-wicket and there's a field at cow corner. Could be a backward square leg too. She comes in now, bowls to Dottin, and Dottin tap the leg break to short fine leg and direct it, but I think Stephanie Taylor is safely home. They're going to check it, but she's home. I'm almost certain that she's home. Yeah, I think so. I think she's home. But the direct hit is always dangerous. But there's no panic. Taylor looks like she's home. You know, the Australian, they're always going to touch each other and said, well done. So there is it. She's well home. Yeah, man, she's well home. Yeah. So no problem there. Stephanie Taylor is well home. 63 for 2. So Taylor is going to face the last delivery from Gardner. So let's watch. Gardner comes in, bowls off the back foot. Oh, bad bit of feeling by the field at backward point and give up the boundary. So 4 runs there as Taylor rock back and cuts the ball away. Gardner would not be happy with that. 67 for 2. So Gart is saying that there's no way West Indies will make those runs. Okay. Yeah. But it should be a good experience. West Indies should pick who's James? Zayda James. Zayda James? Why? Tell me what Zayda James have done in the 30 match she has played. Zayda James can't even make her age. Yeah, I agree. Brathwaite should play. Yes, Bonnie Brathwaite should be given a run. Bonnie Brathwaite should be given 20 matches. Zayda James has been given more than 20. Zayda James shouldn't even be in the Windward Island side. Well, again, I must say that she shouldn't be in the Windward Island side because the quality is poor all around the West Indies. But Zayda James has done nothing to deserve a play in the West Indies team. Tell me her numbers. Give me her numbers. When you're making a case for Zayda James and saying that she's the future, I don't see that. How many games Zayda James play for the West Indies? Maybe I'm almost 30 and she has done nothing. Give me her numbers. Oh, man. Zayda James a joke, man. Zayda James. Bonnie Brathwaite deserve a run. Yes, she deserve. High in the air by Dottin. Let's see where it gone. Over long off head. It bounced towards the boundary. She gave chase. That's Molyneux. Lobbed it to King, who sent it in because they're still working on her back. So Dottin is on 4. Taylor is on 23. Carey comes in bowls, driven by Dottin to the field on the edge of the mid-on circle, and they go through for a singer. So Taylor comes in strike. It looks like it was cramped because right now Taylor is moving very smoothly. So let's hope that it was cramped. And it's good to see her moving smoothly. Yeah. As Carey bowls to Taylor, and Taylor driven this in the air, threw me down to the boundary for 4. That's a good shot by Taylor, and a high-class shot. West Indies 74 for 2. Taylor moves up to 27. Dottin is on 5. So Carey pitched up, and into the drive was Matthews. He drove it in the air. Dottin had to duck, but it was through mid-on. It dropped before it reached the field at mid-on and to her right, and it goes into the boundary for 4. High-class shot by Stephanie Taylor. Not as good as the pull shot that she had played earlier, but that was a good drive through mid-on. Nicola Carey comes in, bowls to Taylor. She's onto the front foot. She blocks it to extra cover, no run. 74 for 2 after 14.5. So let's watch now as Carey comes in now, bowls to Taylor. She's in down the leg side. The keeper collects. Wide signal. The score goes up by 1 to 75 for 2. So the score goes up by 1 to 75 for 2. Taylor is on 27. Dottin is on 5. Let's watch Carey comes in now to Taylor. The right-arm former West Indies captain. She's seconds now. Carey over the wicket, bowls to her. Loud appeal. This is close. Not outside the umpire. Inside edge. Oh. Inside edge saver there. That was close. Very close. 75 for 2 at the end of 15. 75 for 2 at the end of 15. You have to admire Gart and King. Yes, both bowling to their field and frustrating the batters. Yes, and I think that Gardner and Carey is what you're saying now, is relieving the pressure somehow. Which, from a West Indies point of view, I'm happy, from a West Indies point of view. So Gardner is going to bowl. It's a 5-4 field. I'll give you it. Down the leg side, goes to a short 5 leg. So it's a 5 on the off side and a 4 on the on side. So you have the cover, the deep cover on the boundary and the long off on the boundary on the off side. And then you have the ring of 3 from backward point to mid off. So that a wideish mid off. So you would have a backward point, a cover, an extra cover on the long off. And then you have the sweep on the cover boundary. You have the short fine leg, and then you have deep mid wicket, deep backward square leg, and the fielder at deep long on. So that's a 5-4 field. That in cuts and miss as Gardner tossed that one up outside the half stump and it bunks over the top edge of the bat through to the keeper, and there is no run. Jamor Smalls, are you at the ground? Gardner bowls to that in, and that's the drifter, That wasn't the doosra, that was more like the drifter, and that in was beaten on the outside edge through to the keeper, and there is no run. Let's watch the elbow here. Oh, that's good. That's very good. That ball just shaping a little. Down the pitch come Dottin, and she played it down to the fielder coming off the long off boundary for a single. One more to the total. 76 now for 2 with 1 to come in this Gardner over. And she bowled this over very quickly. Yes. She comes in now, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews drive back down the pitch. The bowler got an hand to it, but I think that in his home. They're going to check it, though. So they're going to check it. Yeah, this is tight, I think she's home again, but they are going to check it. They're definitely going to check it. 76 for 2 after 15.5. After 16. But they're going to check it. Let's see. So there was Taylor giving herself room off the inner portion of the bat. The bat definitely comes off her hand, but they will check this and see. Roxanne, when West Indies is batting, they check everything. She's in trouble, Roxanne. She's out, She's out, run out. She's out, run out, Roxanne. Oh, my Lord. That, run out at the non-strikers and backing up too far. The ball, did it comes off her finger? Yes, it came off her finger, and that in is short. Bad blow for West Indies. 76 for 3. That is going to turn now. It's a big blow for West Indies. And there is the West Indies umpire saying that they need to check if the ball actually come off her finger. Well, no, well done, young lady, but why you give her out? She was telling you, you need to check if the ball come off her finger. You still gave her out. Why this young lady gave that out without checking to make sure the ball come off Gardner's finger? Where is this umpire from? Where is she from, Jamor Small? You people need to start booing her in Jamor Small. Are you in the ground, Jamor Small? Where's she from? Taylor Wilson from New Zealand. That's why she gave it. She gave it. There was Candice telling her, check if it touch her finger. Candice was telling her, check if it touch her finger. They need to check. The third umpire need to check if it touch the finger. You can clearly see Candice telling her. And this lady from New Zealand, which is Australian neighbor, Taylor Wilson, she gave it out. She gave it out. She gave it out without checking. Oh, she's not from New Zealand. She's from Australia. She play under 19 women cricket for Australia. And she presently play for the Sydney Thunder. And she's a wicket keeper. Taylor Beverly Wilson. She's from Australia. And Candice was there saying, check. Check. And she said, no, what check? You mad? Me not check. Well, why is Australian umpire a match in the West Indies against Australia? That's how the women thing goes now. I can't understand this. Why is an Australian umpire umpiring a match in the West Indies with West Indies against Australia? Why? Eh? Sorry, I get it wrong enough. Sorry, wrong. Sorry. No, my mistake. I'm bad. My bad. The umpire is Lauren Ajibag from South Africa. Sorry. My apology. It's a South African umpire. So my thing about Taylor Wilson is making her debut. Taylor Wilson is making her debut. Taylor Wilson is making her. You look at that rundown blunder factory hard, you know. Taylor Wilson is making her debut. So it's Lauren Ajibag. Oh, she's a very good umpire. Now. She made her international debut, I think, when she was 25 and umpiring the World Cup and all of those things. She's a veteran. So she should have known better. And Candice was there telling her, check it, check it. Check if it touched the finger. But she was probably, to be honest, she was at the striker's end. So she was at the non-striker's end. So she probably would have seen whether it come off her finger or not. Good work there from short third man as Taylor rock backs on her back foot and steered that out into the offside. And the field that short third man dived to her right. Could not prevent the single. 28 for Taylor. Henry is on 1. West Indies 78 for 3. 78 for 3. $78 for 3. So yes, Roxanne, they're always checking. So Jamal Small is at the ground. He can give us a feedback. Alana King bowls to Chinel Henry, and she flat batted this to extra cover who moves to her right and picked up, and there's no run. They're always checking. Is there Banana Brooks say, is there much of a crowd? Tell us, Jamal Small. Yes, she's out. She's out, you know. She was very sharp. Drive. Stopped by the fielder at extra cover, partially, which allows them to go through for a single. Henry hit this ball very, very hard, you know. She hit it very hard. And that was stopped by her. Turn away, down back with a square leg. So Taylor is on 30, 17 overs, 81 for 3. 81 for 3, 261 more needed. 261 more needed. Valerie R is saying, it surprised me at times how this woman team is able to compete at the World Cups when they perform like this at the regional and bilateral levels. I can never understand the issue with batting. So it's the drinks break after 17 overs, 81 for 3. When you look at this team, you know, all right, so Quiana Joseph, in the last World Cup, she was an unknown quality and she won that match against England. But they work her out and realize that once you pitch up to her, she can't do anything. But if you look at Matthews, Ailey Matthews is world class. Stephanie Taylor, although a veteran, she's still world class. Chinel Henry in recent times have shown her worth, and she's capable of making some big scores. As you see, she I think she was like one good I think that if the Delhi Capital had won the WPL, Chinel Henry would have been the player of the series, player of the tournament. So she showed her class. Even the final of the WPL, she was the outstanding player. I think she was the player of the match in the WPL final. If memory serves me right, I think she could have well been. So she has been outstanding. She has shown her class. So we all know what Deandra Dottin can do with the bat. So there are 4 world-class bowlers. We know batswomen. There are 4 world-class batswomen. Charisma Ramarat, up to 6 months ago, I believe she was the best off spinner in the world. She have fell off a little in this series. Therefore, that means then that she's world-class. Afi Fletcher have taken more wickets in women cricket in the last 12 to 15 months than any other bowler. That's another world-class bowler. You know, if you look at Alia Alain, who I think she has lost confidence. You know, that's another good-looking player who have not come along in the way in which you expect her to come along. Because a year ago, I think that Alia Alain was ahead of Chinel Henry. You know, a year ago, I think so. Or maybe 2 years ago. Maybe a year and a half ago, I think that maybe not quite, up to a year and a half ago, I think she was ahead of Chinel Henry. But she have not gone on. We saw an half century from Janela Glasgow, 2 consecutive half century. So the team is not all that bad. The team need 2 good batsmen, of course. But then, if you look at this team, you know, with the exception of Quiana Joseph in this team is a very athletic team. You know, a lot of you hope that Jazara Claxton and Janela Glasgow and those girls progress. You know, Ebony Brathwaite, as someone spoke of earlier. I can't speak of Zayda James. You know, Zayda James played 28 matches. Look at her average. I am embarrassed to call it on TV. You know, she played 56 matches in all between 28 ODI and 28 T20. She has gotten a long enough run and haven't shown anything. So I can't have her among those persons who I'm open for. Who I'm open for is like a Ashmini Munisara, a Naya Lachman, a Ebony Brathwaite, a Janela Glasgow, a Jazara Claxton. Those are the girls who I'm hoping that they will come through and develop. Bakafalen Taylor swing, Henry swings and miss, and it goes through to the keeper. That ball here, as Gardner fired that one down the leg side. I think it probably came off the pad. 82 for 3, West Indies. Henry's on 2, Taylor is on 30. So it's Gardner bowling to Henry. Right arm off spin over the wicket, bowls to Henry, who blocks it out into the offside, and there is no run. No, she made her debut at very young. I think she's about 29 now, Valerie. But she even umpired in the World Cup final. She's world class. She's a very, very good umpire. But she's a very, very good umpire. She's good, man. She's good. Very, very good. You know. No, man. I was giving her the wrong thing. No, man. It's not. It's not she's the umpire. The umpire is from South Africa. The young lady, Wilson, is keeping wicket right now for Australia. She made her debut today. I was going through the match information and I missed. And because Wilson's name was ahead of Candy's name, I thought that she was the umpire. But actually, the other umpire was below Candy's name. No, but this umpire that is umpiring is a very good umpire. But she probably saw that because she was at the non-striker end, she was the active umpire. She was at the non-striker's end, although both umpires are always active. She was at the bowler's end, and the ball came back. So I guess she would have seen it. So she didn't need to check the replay because she was confident that it had touched Gardner. And 84 for 3. But she's a good umpire. I rate her highly. Gart is saying that he doesn't think we are making 200. I have faith that we can make it. I have big faith. big faith that you can make it. A lot of beers. Our biggest problem is the batting. Well, as I always said, I versus. But do you want to elaborate on that though? Analyze the entire team. Well, the bowling is definitely. If you look at the bowling, down the leg side, it's running out towards the boundary. I'll come back to that at the end of the Alana King over. 4 runs, 84 for 3. We'll see if it's leg bias runs. It takes Taylor up to 35 from 41. This is now. It's reaching a point where it's not a. Where to sit down. It's a good start here from Taylor. She's on 35 from 41. Good start. She now needs to push on. As she swept that down to fine leg for 4. Alana King is going to come in now. The right arm leg spinner. She comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor drives, bounced away to the fielder at cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 88 for 3. 88 for 3 as Taylor was looking to drive. It bounced away to the fielder at cover. Yes, Taylor, second as Alana King, the right arm leg spinner from Australia. She's up. Bowls to Taylor, and Taylor drive down to long on for a singer in the air, but she deliberately hit it in the air, in the gap. It was deliberate. You could see her forcing it through mid-on. It was a forcing shot through mid-on. She's making sure she got the singer. It takes her to 36. Chanel Henry is on 3 from 8. Very unfortunate dismissal of Deandra Dottin. Alana King, none for 26 from her 3.2. She comes in, bowls to Henry, and Henry whipped this away through mid-wicket. There's a field at cow corner that it went straight to. She sends the return in 90 for 3 West Indies. After 8.4, Taylor comes back into strike. The target is 342. That means we need a further 252 to win. I definitely think West Indies will get 200. There's 4 on the offside in the circuit, then the mid-on. Bowls to Taylor, work it away down to fine leg. They run hard for the first one. The backward square leg is circling the boundary. She gets there, send the return in at the bowler's end, and they're back for 2. 92 for 3 after 8.5. Taylor is on 38. Henry's on 4. 1 to come in over number 19. West Indies 92 for 3. She's seconds now. 38 from 46. Alana King comes in. Bowl to Taylor. Taylor forward and blocks it to mid-on. There's no run. End of that over. End of over number 19. 92 for 3. So, yes, I was saying to Garth Ains that while you said that our biggest problem is the batting, I want to add value to the point that you're making and dissect the batting, dissect the bowling, dissect the fielding, and tell me why you say so. So, a lot of beers and judgment is that good for the eyesight. Lol. I don't what that means. You're not at the match? So good point there, Banana Brooks. As the googly, is the half-break bowler, Gardner there. For a moment, it looks that I think it was still King. But that one turned away into the onside. And there was no run as Gardner comes into Henry, back off a length, and she pulls away, down back with a square leg 4. She hit that very hard, That was hit hard. That was back off a length. And Henry pulled it away, down back with a square leg for 4, taking her up to 8. West Indies 94 now for 3. 4. Yes, 94 for 3. Campbell don't batters yet. Back off a length, and she pulled it away for 4 in the gap. Good shot there. Gardner to Henry. Henry just wait on it and played it out to the fielder at extra cover, and there is no run. The return comes in. She's trying to play a control knock here. She has a lot of deliveries to go. It's over 30 and a half overs. That's 183 deliveries remaining. Gardner is pushing back the deep fielder. She's going to toss up this one much slower. Henry's off the back foot, played it to the right of extra cover, or misfield, and we'll wait to see if they go through for a single. They have done so. 97 for 3 West Indies. Taylor on 38 comes into strike. So Henry's on 9, Taylor on 38, 97 for 3, 2 to come in over number 20. Gardner is over the wicket, bowls to Taylor, who edged this away. It is going down towards third man. The field at sharp, third man has to give chase. Will he get there? Gets there, send the return in. They stayed on 1, 98 for 3. Taylor moves up to 39. Henry is on 9. She's on strike. Let's watch now. Henry comes in now over the. No, sorry. Bowls to Henry. That's Gardner. Bowls to Henry, and she played it out to the backward point region. End of 20, 98 for 3. Henry 9, Taylor 39. So Roxanne Gray, a member of the Cricket Forum fan club, is saying, we have faith in West Indies, but we don't have any faith in the Reggae Boys to go to the World Cup. Wow, okay. Don't agree with you that West Indies batting is limited to those 3 Garth Ains. Don't agree. I don't think West Indies batting is limited to Matthews, Taylor, and Dutton. I don't think it is. I think the batting is deeper than that. Those 3 might be the world class, but the batting is deeper than that. So I don't agree. We're not. You see, one other thing in Garth Ains, I can't reason with persons who keep changing the goalposts. We're talking about 200, and now suddenly you're talking about 300 plus. And if a team is going to get 300 runs plus, their top performers have to always perform. The top players in any team have to contribute for a team get 300 plus regularly. Have to. So that's a no point. That's a no point, Garth Ains. And but we can't move the goalposts in the discussion. Back to the cricket, 98 for 3. Darcy Brown back into the attack to get rid of Taylor. She's in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor looks to pull. Where that took her, she's down, I just want to say it hit her probably in the region of the family jewel. I'm not quite sure, but it's somewhere there. Is the physio going to come out? What the physio is going to do? It's Darcy Brown. She comes in now to bowl to Taylor. She's a fighter, bowl to Taylor, and Taylor pulls the delivery that was not that short. I'm very happy that she came off strike, because that ball was scanning into the middle stump. She got back onto it, 40 from 49, 99 for 3 West Indies. So let's watch now as she comes in now. Darcy Brown to bowl to Henry. She's in, bowls to Henry, and Henry played this away out into the offside. She was shaping to give it the kitchen sink, but then it was a little bit too wide of her, and it was a slower delivery. So she was unable to time it away, and so she just bring down the bat on it, and it bunks out to the fielder in the cover. Henry is on 9. Taylor is on 40. 99 for 3. Darcy Brown moves in. None for 15 from 4.4 overs as Henry plays this in the gap between backward point and extra cover. They get a single. She moves up to 10. 1 to come in 21. Taylor is on 40. The West Indies 100 is up. 100 up for the West Indies. 100 for 3. They have a long way to go. 242 more needed from 175 deliveries. 175 deliveries, 242 needed. She comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor is driving this, blocking it forcefully to mid-on, and there's no run. I think probably Taylor probably just lost her rhythm a look here. I think she was trying to push the issue against Darcy Brown, and she probably premeditating a little. So I hope that she gets through this spell. Are we ready for the T20 World Cup? We are playing ODIs when we lost our last two series. We only have the tri-series left between Pakistan and Ireland. The match was left out of this series for just that. The thing about it, you know, I don't think that I don't have an issue with it, Valerie. And I will explain at the end of this over. Down the leg side, it bounces away. Short fine leg will come around. This should be 1 by plus the wide, so this should be 2. So it should be, they didn't run. I thought they run 1. It came off the pad. Oh, leg by, it came off the pad. I thought it was a wide. I really hope Taylor get back to her composure. Just now, I think she was premeditating. So I hope she get back to her composure. Oh, that looks like she's batting in a Clark's. It looks like she's batting in a Clark's. Clark's, though, she swept this away off the stump, down back on a square leg for a singer. Right now, I want to see Taylor at the non-strikers end. I just think that she's playing a shutter ball, and those balls are zoning in on the stump. 102 for 3. As I said, I just think that she's premeditating right now, and she just, I hope something can be done to click her out of it. As Henry comes and stroke it down towards long off, feel that extra cover comes to her right, run towards the edge of the circle to pick up that one, so they will go through for a single. 103 for 3. Here's Gardner to Taylor. She's on 41 from 51. She's round the wicket, balls to Taylor, who sweeps this away. Down to back with a square leg on the double bounce. They go through for another run. 104 for 3. Henry's on 11. She comes into strike. Taylor moves up to 42 from 52. West Indies needing a further 238 to win. As Gardner comes into Henry and she hit this over long on for 6. Oh, it's 4. It's 1 bounce 4. Sorry, I thought it gone for 6. So it's 1 bounce 4. 108 for 3. 21.5 overs. I'm not at the ground. I need to see where the ball is going first and stop judge. You know, you judge it when it comes off the bat. Supposed it had gone down cow corner throat because it was in the gap between cow corner and long on. But I just judge it when it comes off the bat, and because it was Henry, I was saying $1. But I was saying 6, but it wasn't. 108 for 3 at the end of 21. So if you look at champs is going on now, Valerie. So if you look at champs, if you look at track and field, when a track and field runner is training, if he's a 100-meter runner, he doesn't get up every day and play and do 100 meter. You know? Sometimes he does a 400 as he runs 800 and so on. So nothing wrong with West Indies playing the ODI. They played Sri Lanka and they play Australia. Nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem because they are fitting in the ODIs in the T20s in between. This 3-match series, though, Valerie, it should have really been a test series, and they converted to the ODI series. And that's what I talk, Taylor swing and miss as it goes through. And that ball was not there. I mean, Henry cannot talk to her, so, I don't think it is pointless, Valerie. Honestly, I think it is good background work. Honestly, I think it is good background work to make sure. Comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor steered this away in the gap in the covers. It going down towards the field and the cover boundary. 1 more to Taylor, 43. 43 she should be now from 54. The score should go over to 109. Should go over to 109. So let's watch now as I don't understand what's going on at the scoreboard. Comes in now, balls to Henry, and Henry plays this to cover, and there's no run. right now, I want Taylor to be off strike. It probably you need Henry to hit away a few balls, to play some big shots, hit a few sixes, and hopefully calm down Taylor, because I don't think she has just lost the plot a little here. I really want her to be off strike. No wicket is incoming. No wicket is incoming, man. So we have an Australian fan in the chat. Take him on for me. There's an Australian fan in the chat. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on. Let him know that this is a West Indies fan channel. No wicket incoming. 110 for 3 as some extra run there. Whoa, all of 4 as that ball was thrown at the stump. They didn't back it up and it goes away into the boundary. So Henry played it to mid-off. They come in there, sends the return at the keeper's end, and it went away. Did it came off Taylor? It doesn't matter though, because it went into the boundary for 4 more runs. So 5 to Henry. She moves up to 20. Taylor is on 43. So Henry moves. So yeah. I don't know if it, the conversation between I don't Banana Brooks and Valerie is having a conversation. I missed something there. I apologize, but I don't know how to react to it. So I'll say both of you continue it and long may it last. And as this one is pitched up and is driven down to long on for a single by Taylor, that looks much better then. She moves up to 44. Henry's on 20 from 22. So Henry's almost going at a runner ball now, and she's capable of exploding. I would like West Indies women cricket team to do much more better than that. Bye for now. Take care. Take care, Webb. Take care. Down the leg side, white signal, 116 for 3. West Indies should try and make at least 250. Yeah, yes. 250 would be a good total, We have 181 watching and on the 22 likes. Click the like button. Yeah, hit that thumbs up button, man. If you're not seeing the thumbs up button, click off the live chat and you'll see it and hit the thumbs up button. Yes, thank you, Banana Brooks. Appreciate it much. Outside the half stump, off the back foot goes Chinel Henry. And she played this away down to the field and the cover boundary. Stephanie Taylor, but what is that? What was happening there? The returners not yet came in, and Stephanie Taylor was wandering out of her crease. As I said, I just think that she probably not zoning right now. If you look back at that, it's like the ball was clearly not dead, and she was wandering out of her crease to go and talk to Chinel Henry. And as the ball came in, she pushed back her bat in her crease just in time, but she was out of her crease by a good, probably a meter or more or a yard and a half. I would love to see them show that replay, and you'll understand what I mean. Is it that the showing's all right? So the bat fell. So look at Taylor now. She touched down, and she came out of her crease. There's a return coming into the keeper. The producer probably didn't understand how close it was for Taylor to get run out there. But you saw it. Those of you who are watching, she out of her crease by a good yard and a half. And then suddenly, though, she realized that, what the hell am I doing? And she got back in her crease. So, where on the other leg spinner comes in. Oh, that grips and turn. Wow, that pitch mid and leg and missed the half stump. That grips and turn from Wareham. So there's the backward point cover, extra cover. Comes in, bowls to Henry, and Henry just swings at it down to long on. She's saying that I can't bother with those balls gripping and turning so much. I'm not in anything to pick, So she just swings it down there for a single. So one more. So there's a backward point. They are moving the backward point now to the onside, and they are putting around the cover point. So you have a backward point, a cover, extra cover, and a long off. Those are the 4 on the offside that I'm seeing. Wareham bowls to Henry. The Henry deep in her crease, pull it down away to backward of square leg, and there's a field out backward of square leg on the boundary. So there was a short fine leg and there's a backward square leg. Let's see if there's any change in the field. 45 to Taylor, Henry's on 22. So there's a deep backward square leg, a deep mid-wicket and a long on. Comes in, bowls to Henry, and Henry blocked it into the onside to the fielder at a short mid-wicket, and there is no run. A short straight mid-wicket. Some would say a short mid-on, but right there, lurking right in that position there. And so you have 3 fielders deep on the onside as Wareham bowls to Henry, and Henry blocks it back to the leg spin, and there is no run. Henry doesn't like this leg spin at all. You know, the big shot is coming. 1 to come in the over. 119 for 3. Here is Wareham. She comes in now. She's over the wicket, bowls back off a length. Henry mistimed the pull down to the field on the deep mid-wicket boundary. 120 for 3. West Indies at the end of over number 24. Henry is on 23. She will keep the strike. Taylor is on 45. After 24 overs, West Indies needing a further 222 to win from 26 overs. Valerie saying, bring Alana King back for us to get some more runs. Alana King tormented us in the T20 series. Today she has bowled 4 overs, none for 30 thus far. She's the most expensive of the Australian bowler. So Valerie knows what she's talking. She's going at 7.5. You see how intelligent these cricketers are, or these fans are? So Alana King is the only bowler that is conceding more than 5.5 runs. She's conceding 2 runs per over more than any other Australian bowler. And Valerie King was able to pick up that. So Alana King, but his Darcy Brown is over the wicket, bowls to Henry. Slower delivery. Henry looks to cut. It goes out into the offside, down towards the field and the cover boundary, and they will get a single. Oh, they come back for 2. That's good running. Well done. Well done, Taylor. Taylor hurried back for 2. So I am one who is always happy to see Taylor moving smoothly. I always glad to see that. So they came back for 2 nicely there. Brown to Henry. Henry plays this to mid wicket. There's no run. 122 for 3. $122 for 3. Henry's on strike. So let's watch now as Brown, our 4th delivery of this over, she comes in, bowls. I was slapping that mosquito, so I didn't saw that delivery. 122 for 3. As Henry survey the field, she's gonna bowl now. She's gonna face up now to Darcy Brown. She comes in to bowl to Henry. Over the wicket, bowls to Henry, and Henry got a slow delivery. She played it out into the offside. They go through for a single. The return hit the stump, but she was safely home at the non-striker's end. 123 now for 3. Are they going to check? Yes, Candice is going to check. Roxanne Gray is not happy. I'm sure Roxanne Gray is not happy with this, that they're checking again. But she's home. She's safely home. Don't worry about it this time, Roxanne. It was not like the under Dottin. So these 2 came together with the score on 76. So they have now added 47 runs. So that's good. They have added 47 runs thus far. These 2 coming together with the score on 76. They have added 47 runs. And Taylor swings this over deep mid wicket for 6. That's her 50. Congratulations. Oh, she connects. She moves up to 51. You know, I told you that she's playing some shots. You know, she's definitely playing some shots. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to tell you. I just think that I don't know. I hope it comes off, but right now I am just a little iffy about Taylor. But she's on 51 from 57 deliveries, and she connected then over deep mid wicket for 6. Congratulations, Taylor. Well played. Well played. Well played. Well played. So Banana Brooks is saying, when I look at some pitch reviews for Warner Park, they mentioned that spin would become a feature in the second innings. Well, that particular ball from Wareham, it did grip, you know. But Warner Park is such a small ground, though, you know, that if you are strong enough and able to hit through the line, I don't think the spin matters that much, you know. But then these are females, so probably they're not going to get it through the line. Ball to Henry. Henry works it away right off mid wicket for another single. 130 should it be now? 130 for 3. So West Indies 130 for 3. 130 for 3 West Indies. 130 for 3. Bowler full toss to Taylor, who plays it back on the bounce to the bowler. She looks to sweep. It's an interesting conversation going on. Go inside, good to have you here, man. Big up yourself, always. As Taylor hit this down to long on for a single. And so one more to the total. 131 for 3 here now, West Indies. We are one delivery left in over number 26. 131 for 3. Turn away by Henry down towards fine leg. They run 1. The fielder from deep backwards square leg comes around. Good running there by Henry. She got 2. Good. Well done. She moves up to 29, and West Indies now 133 for 3 at the end of over number 26. So Taylor is on 52. Henry is on 29. Remind you that they came together with the score on 75. So they have added 58 runs thus far. So I think the 6 that Taylor hit, it not only brought up her half century, but it also brought up the 50 partnership. So, yeah, so good partnership by these two. Long may it continue. Gully side is saying 260 is good. Yeah, and Warner is a small ground with a slowish outfield, said Valerie. Hopefully they can cash in under the lights. Let's hope so. Oh, Jamal Small was saying that. Is that mosquito named Sherwin? No, man. I banned Sherwin from the channel. So that was back off led by Darcy Brown, and Taylor played it to backward point, and there is no run. Yeah, well done by veteran Taylor. These two, Valerie saying that these two need a 150 runs partnership. I like to see the twos we get in. So they're running hard. Jamor Small. Yes. Jamor Small, have you seen Shane Deeds, and have you asked him why he's hiding from me? Darcy Brown, the right-hand bowler, around the wicket, and Taylor steered it down to third man for 4. Was back off a length, and she just steered it down to third man for 4, beating the short third man into the boundary for 4. Darcy Brown, 7 point. The score. So this was a good shot by Taylor, just steering it down to third man for 4. There's a short third man, but she deliberately steered it to her left, and it goes down to the third man boundary for 4. So between the short third man and the keeper for 4. 137 for 3 as Taylor is on 56. Here's Darcy Brown. She switched around the wicket and Taylor again looking to play that same shot, but she misses on this occasion. I think she was looking too cute there, trying to probably uppercut it instead of just guide it in the same region where he guided the previous one. If you look at here it is, for those of you watching, she's looking to uppercut. She probably will get caught in two mind at the last moment. But I think if she had just stayed steady and just played the same shot again, she would have probably got 4 more. Brown over the wicket, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor pulled high in the air, down towards deep mid-wicket, it bunks away. I love to see when those balls bounce when they are pulled down to deep mid-wicket. You know, 1 more to the total, 138 for 3. Taylor moves up to 57. Yes, so Jammer Small, you know, have you seen Shane Deeds? Have you told him that he needs to talk to me? He needs to stop hiding from me, Jammer Small. Have you seen him? Brown bowls to Henry, slow delivery. She beats the inner circle, but there's a sweep on the cover boundary who's moved to her right, and they're coming back for 2. If that throw was good, I'm telling you, if the throw was good, Taylor would have been trouble, but they ran 2, and so 2 more to the total, 140 for 3. 1 delivery to go in over number 27. One delivery to go in over number 27. Over the wicket comes Brown, bouncer, ducked on that by Henry, not to be tempted. End of 27, 140 for 3. So, yes, it's good, sir. So, Valerie saying, lol, I was waiting for when he was going to mention Shane Deeds. Valerie, see you, man. Shane Deeds, I'm a friend, you know. Shane Deeds, I'm a friend, man. Shane Deeds said, Mr. Brown, I think you're tougher than this, man. Yeah? You haven't seen the coach yet, Jarrell Sowals. Okay. Yeah, Shane Deeds come on the show, man, and what they done, Shane Deeds said, Mr. Brown, I think you're tougher than this, man. What's his nickname, Mr. Brown? You have an alias for everyone. No. Yeah. it will come vary, you know. You see, the thing about it now, Valerie, is just something that click, you know, because it's all fun, you know. So it just is just something that click. So it's that I set out to give to give persons a nickname or an alias. I don't set out to do that. It's just something that click, you know. Taylor looks to sweep, goes to short fine leg, and there is no run. So that's something that, because it's all, for me, it's all fun. And even the players, it's fun for the players. It's just some persons who, you know, they don't have anything to say and they let it bother them. They cannot analyze the cricket or anything, and that's the only thing they can say, you know. So, but it's all fun. Taylor pulled this away down to back of the square leg. 1 more to the total, 141 for 3. She moves up to 58. So Valerie, I don't set out to do that. Something has to come to me. Something came the other day, and then I said, no, this is a little over the top. You know, it was over the top. So Henry, she faces up. She slapped this away, down wide off the field at long off for 4. Tossed up outside the half top by Wareham, and she slapped it through the inner circle, wide of Langer, 4 runs. She moves up to 35 from 39. And this is a good little innings here by Henry. I'm trying to give you especially for those who are not watching, I'm trying to give you the feel, but I'm not getting the field right now. Wareham down the leg side, high in the air. This is difficult, you know. This could be a chance. She's dropped. She's dropped on the backward square leg boundary. Alana King, safe pairs of hands. She doesn't usually drop them, but she dropped as Henry looks to sweep, top edge, in the air. Alana King did not have to move much, but she dropped the catch. So Henry lived to fight again. It was in the air. I was hoping that it had the distance, but it wasn't. She dropped it. So you haven't seen the coach yet, Jamor Small. Yeah. So the nickname is usually something has to come. Taylor looks to sweep, taken on the pad. There's no run. Banana Brooks, Mr. Brown, the square is not on the screen, sir. Yes, Banana Brooks, I know there's something with my stream that is behind the actual scorecard, because my stream seemed to be behind the actual scorecard today, and I don't know why. So the score is actually coming up before I see it on my stream. And but I know Banana Brooks, you're not having any pictures. 28 overs gone. 146 for 3. So I do understand the frustration when the score is not on the screen, Banana Brooks. Yeah, so you know how good it is to say that West Indies need 196 to win. You know, earlier it was 300, and it's now we can now say 100. It really sounds good, eh? We may never get there. 24 overs to get 196. It's not possible. Definitely not possible. Oh, yeah. Yes, Valerie. Yeah, man. I'm going to definitely do a review of the press conference. Then it is powerfully down to long off, you know. Can anyone stop it? Well, it's straight to the fielder because the fielder was set straight. I'm not, you know, I'm not really able to, you know, Webby, I'm not able to stream it live. We can only do watch along, you know. A colleague of mine the other day, he has his channel deleted, you know, that was not good. That was dropped. It didn't carry. Taylor used her feet and slapped it, you know. No one wants that to happen, you know, when someone channel is deleted. You just don't want that to happen. So we have to be very careful. So I can't really show the match live. I wish I could. I would definitely have done so. Definitely have done so. Oh, it would be a pleasure. Definitely a pleasure. King bowls to Taylor, would turn this away down to fine leg one more to her. Or will they come back for 2? They have been running hard, but they stay on 1. She moves up to 59. 148 for 3. 148 for 3. You're saying you don't want Sherman Campbell to come. Well, okay, I hear you. That the leg break grip and turn there from King, you know? It could grip and turn from King. Oh, good ball there, King. Good ball. Good ball there. As Henry just wait on the leg break to turn this time, and then she plays it down to short third man, but there's no run. 148 for 3 with 1 to come in over number 29. Get 6-4-4-2-1. Henry off the back foot, stroke it into the offside. 1 run. So 149 for 3 at the end of the over. 149 for 3 at the end of 28. Okay, yeah, respect Banana Brooks. Thanks and for your understanding. I just don't know why is it that tonight it is what I'm seeing is behind. I don't know. I guess it's just the technology. Is that rain coming? No, no rain. What's the DRS SPAR score? With only 3 wicket down, you know, it could be closer than we think, you know. Yeah, with only 3 wicket down, it could be much closer than we think. With only 3 wicket down. Could well be. It could well be much closer than we think with only 3 wickets down. $149 for 3 as Wareham comes in, bowls to Henry, Henry's bowl down. Miss the googly, she bowls down. She never pick it. 38, she's gone. Bowled by Wareham. The googly got rid of her. 149 for 4 now, West Indies. She was Henry cleaned up there by Wareham. You know, I am sort of disappointed with the dismissal. Look at her. You know, she didn't pick the googly, but would you prefer? When I say I'm sort of disappointed with the decision, I think she played a good looking knock and she shows her class. You know, she got a good looking start. You wanted to go on further. But would you prefer her playing a more attacking shot and out, because she was just trying to block the delivery, like she was trying to block it into the gap and run a single. You know, I'm disappointed. And Valerie, just as we were asking for that, so Glasgow came, the left is at the crease, the left hander. So I assume that you are happier with that, Valerie, that Glasgow came. So Glasgow is at the crease. So West Indies lost their 4th wicket. Not a bad little partnership between those two. You know, ones appreciate the effort. Can Glasgow churn out something now? It was a googly. Look at that. Yeah. You know, it's like in the end, it's like a little nothing shot. She was neither attacking or defending. And I know the googly can make you look that way sometimes, but you want to see when they talk about positive in cricket, it doesn't necessarily mean you're hitting away the ball enough. Positive mean you're clear in your mind what you're going to do. And that dismissal just now from Chanel Henry looks to me that she was caught in two minds. You know, she did not pick the googly, definitely, but she was also caught in two minds. Whether to block the ball into the offside or whether to hit it away. As the first delivery outside the half stump from Glasgow to Glasgow, and it goes through to the keeper. So that's the impression that I got there just now. She wasn't quite sure what to do. She was caught in two minds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was caught in two minds. And it's never good when you're caught in two minds. You're anytime you're batting and you're caught in two minds, you're going to get out. I can tell you that. So 150 for West Indies is up. West Indies 150. 150 for 4. So Taylor is back on strike now. She's going to face up to Wareham. The right arm leg spinner. She comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor hit this to long on for another single. 151 for 4 with 1 to come in over number 30. Sorry, 1 to come in over number 30. Wareham over the wicket, down the leg side, swept away for 4 by Glasgow. Down the leg side, you know, and she just swept it away for 4. 155 for 4 at the end of over number 30. Glasgow is on 5. Taylor is on 60. I almost said that in on 60, but it's Taylor is on 60 from 71 deliveries. 155 for 4. 155 for 4. Remind you that West Indies chasing 342, so they need a further 183 to win in 20 overs. So can you look at this as a T20 match, but you lose 4 wickets in the power play? Wow, yeah. Look at it as a T20 match, but you lose 4 wickets in the power play. Can it be like that? Yeah. I think the ladies can't get these runs, but they have kept their wicket. Pascal Williams are like, yes. You know, yes, Pascal. What we don't want to do, And, some persons will say, you must always go for the win. But for me, as Taylor swept that away down back of that square leg, the fielder comes around 4 runs. She stopped it, but her body was on the ball while she was on the boundary. So 4 runs there. It must be 4. Oh, I thought they were, look at she came around, she stopped it, but she never flicked back the ball from under her body. So while her body was on the ball, there she was on the rope. You see? Yeah. So it's 4 runs. The hand never really pushed back the ball into play. So 4 more runs to Taylor, move her to 64. And so West Indies now goes up to 159 for 4. 159 for 4. King down the leg side, swept away. This is even further from the fielder, but it's slower. Will it get to the boundary? No, she comes around, picks up, and Taylor smooths the back for the second. She moves up to 66. 160. Shouldn't it be 163? They have it as 161. Okay. 161 for 4. Our pass score was 210, so we're way behind. But that 4th wicket make it 210 though. What was it before that 4th wicket? I think it would have been less than 210 value before that 4th wicket. While there was only 3 wickets, I really think it was less than. I really think it was less than that. Here's Alana King in her 6th over, none for 39. She comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews turned this to the short fine leg. There is no run. The score remains at 161 for 4. So I would think that it was less than that before the 4th wicket value. Yeah. Mr. Brown, coach got security to protecting him. Yeah? Golisai said, come on, girls. So Shane Diaz needs security. Why are you struggling Shane Diaz? Apart from 31 overs gone, 161 for 4. So that surprised me, Jamor Small, but I was making a point that some would say it's negative, but you have to be realistic too. How many persons believe realistically that West Indies can get these runs? I don't think they can get these runs, especially with 4 wickets down and they need a further one. What was that? 181. 4 wickets down, they need a further 181 from 19 overs, 4 wickets down. You're looking at a highly skilled Australian bowling attack. Somebody will have to play out of their skin. But if West Indies end that 280 after 50 overs, I would be happy. I wouldn't be happy, but I would not be vexed. I would be disappointed, of course, but I would not be vexed. But if they get bowled out for 220, of course I'd be vexed. Yeah, I would be vexed. From 162 for 4 and get bowled out for 220, I'd be vexed. So backward square leg, deep mid wicket, and a deep long on, all on the boundary for Taylor. And she hit it in the gap between deep mid wicket and long on. The deep mid wicket has to come to her left. She got there before the deep long on going to her right. 1 more to the total. So it's sort of the same feel, Banana Brooks, where you have the backward square leg, the deep mid wicket, the deep long on. Then you have the ring of 3 and the offside backward point, cover, extra cover, and then you have the long off and the sweeper. That's the 5 on the offside. As Taylor looks to cut, but she missed time at backward point field and there is no run. So there's a backward point, the cover, and then the extra cover. You have the long off and you have the sweeper. That's the 5 on the offside. And then on the onside, you have those 3 fielders on the boundary. And there's a person in front of the bat saving the single. Bowls to Taylor would turn this away in past the keeper. So there was some adjustment to the field just now. And so they put in the short fine leg, but Taylor turned that to the back of the square leg and they got a single. Glasgow is on 6 from 5. Taylor is on 69. 165 for 4. Gardner around the wicket, balls to Glasgow. Glasgow blocked it into the offside and there's no run. Another nothing shot, you know. And yeah, there was no intent in that shot. The fielder was closing in. I understand tip and run, but that was neither tip and run either. Gardner to Glasgow outside the half stump and she steered this to the field at backward point. She missed out there now. That's her favorite shot, and I know that she would probably be a little disappointed that she did not pierce the gap, because that's definitely is her favorite shot and she missed out on this occasion. 4 from the over, 1 for 27. Gardner from 6. West Indies 165 for 4 after 32. Taylor is on 69 with her. Glasgow, Janella Glasgow on 6. Well, you have to try and take the game deep, at least, said Banana Brooks. Yeah, yes, Banana Brooks. So if we can get to 200 by, that's 35. If we can get to 200 after the next 5 overs, 7, so that we after 37 overs, we are 200. And still have 4 wickets in hand, then probably we can give it a try. Yeah. Valerie saying that she needs 100 from Taylor. Yeah. Taylor sweeps. I hope she gets a bottom edge to it because it's running down towards the boundary behind the keeper. They will come back for 2. I hope it's edge and not just by. Well, probably if it is by, we'll get 3 if she doesn't make contact onto it. So probably I hope she doesn't get contact, because in that way we'll get 3. Because why do the signal? So we're waiting now to see what happened. Did she get a hedge or balls to tail and inside edge? Definite edge this time. Oh, she got a hedge the previous time. And do they come back for 2? Because that ball didn't run away like the previous one. We're waiting until they know they get 1. 72 she is now. We're on bowling some serious googs, you know. Oh, there is it. There's the googs. Oh, it's the 1 to Henry. Yeah, the googs can make you look ugly, but the truth is Henry was neither defending nor playing a shot. But the googs can do that to you. You know, it can do that to you. But you always want to see your batter being more aggressive. Yes, Weirham to Glasgow. She's in. Ball to the left-handed Glasgow. Cut and miss outside the half stump, and there is no run. So she missed out on 2 of her favorite shots. You know, 2 times she got an opportunity to play her favorite shot, and she missed out. Let's see what now. Weirham comes into her and she drive. Good shot down the ground. Fluent off drive. The fielder comes in, picks up 1 more to the total. 169 for 4. Please remember to slash a like on the video, click on the subscribe button. If you're not seeing the thumbs up button, please click off the live chat. And when you click off the live chat, you'll see the thumbs up button. And when you do so, just click on it. It doesn't take a second. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Sorry. We're on to the right-handed Taylor. Back off a lane. Oh, it kept low. She pulls it down to deep mid-wicket. Straight to the fielder. 1 more to the score. She goes up by 1 to 73. And it's 170. I think it's 170. Yeah, 170. The score don't tick over yet, but I think it's 170. Weirham to Glasgow, blocks it into the offside, no run. 170 for 4 at the end of over number 33. 170 for 4. So we are just about, we are 1 run less than halfway there. You know, we are 1 run less than halfway there. So when we saying that Taylor should score a century, she got a good start. 1 love, yeah. Yeah, but this is beyond a start now. She's 73, so it's now she's well into her innings now. This past a start. Well into her innings. So Gardner with want to see it's a 5-4 field. So she have a mid-on and a short fine leg and then those three fielders. So Taylor hit this over the top, going out towards the boundary. The fielder at long off comes around, they stay on one. Glasgow center back. So it was a 5-4 field for Taylor. 5 on the onside. With a short fine leg on the mid-on and then there's the 3 deep. But let's see the field for Glasgow. It will probably stay the same. Gardner around the wicket to the left and again she cuts. She's out this time. She edged to the keeper. Oh. She's out. Caught behind. So, oh. You know, that is... I'm just so surprised because she's so good at playing that cut shot. And this innings, she just wasn't on it. Those things happen. Of course they happen. Because she missed the 2 previous cut shot that she got. I think it will be the drinks break now. I think so. She missed the 2 previous cut shots that she got. And this one again, she didn't miss it, but she nicked off to the keeper. You know, and sometimes we have seen it in the past. So often we have seen it in cricket where your strength is your downfall, you know, and it's just one of those things, you know. She cuts and miss twice, and then the third time she got a thin edge and the keeper took the catch. Vibes Cartel coming down to bat. Who you call Vibes Cartel, Jabor Small? Who is Vibes Cartel? Is Jazara Claxton or Campbell? Campbell. So the screen is showing Campbell. So Campbell is your Vibes Cartel. Okay. Okay. So it's a drinks break. Should have gotten something during the drinks break, you know. I it was probably she needed just to play a forcing shot off the back foot, Banana Brooks. But as I said, she plays that shot so well that you always expect her to make it. She's very good at playing it. You know, it's her favorite shot. It's the shot that brings her most runs. It's a highly productive shot for her. And you know, so for her to miss it 3 times, well, the third time she never missed it. The third time she got a hedge, a very thin edge, and the keeper took the catch. But for her to not capitalize in, it's just a case that your favorite shot is your downfall, you know? Yeah, it's just one of those cases. And Gardner picking up her second wicket. So it's a drinks break. So Gardner picking up her second wicket. Hello. Yeah, so Taylor brought up her 50 with a 6. It's the same. So I wanted to bear with me. I just, you know, I've been here since what time we started? About 5 o'clock? Yes, it's 2:01, 25 minutes now. So I have some banana chips eating. Some banana chips, 2:01, 25 minutes. as Vibes Cartel blocked that one, the first delivery, according to Jamor Small. Yes. Vibes Cartel swept this away down towards fine leg. They will come back for two, surely. So two more to the total. But you know what just came to me? The previous ball, Stephanie Taylor hit it wide of long off and turned to come back for the second run, and Glasgow stopped her, and I thought two was on. And so often it happened. You refuse the run, you know. Vibes Cartel tucked this out into the onside. Campbell. Jamor Small. Tuck it out into the onside, and there is a single. One more to the total. 174 for 5. One delivery to coming over number 34. 174 for 5. Yeah, yes. So between the over, I'm going to try and eat some chips, you know. I'm here almost, well, not almost 2.5 hours, 2 over. As that one Taylor was looking to turn it into the onside, and there is no run. No, I'm satisfied with the chips, you know. I don't need anything else to eat. Down the leg side, Campbell swept it, dived by the short fine leg fielder, who just paraded further towards the boundary, and the West Indies batswomen are back for two. The score goes up by 2 to 176 for 5. Taylor is on 74, Campbell is on 5. As she looks to sweep, and she bottom edge it, dive by the short fine leg, could not stop the second. Balls to Campbell, and Campbell drive. Good work by Wareham, and there is no run. She drives that, you know, with some intent, forcefully down the offside of the pitch. The bowler dived to her left and stopped it, and there is no run. The right arm leg spinner over the wicket, balls to Campbell. Off the back foot she goes, cannot beat backward point. So there's a backward point to cover mid-off. Then there's a long on and a cover on this, and a sweep on the cover boundary. That's the 5 on the offside. Backward point, cover mid-off. Sweep on the cover boundary and the long off. Comes in now, Bowles and Campbell cut, cannot beat backward point again. So it's backward point, cover, extra cover, long off. And the sweep on the cover boundary. That's the 5. Who's that at backward point? Is it Val or is it Litchfield? It could be Litchfield. 166 from 92 deliveries. Campbell swept away. Down backward of square leg. But there's a field on the backward of square leg boundary. And there is only one. One delivery to come. Now eating the banana chips, it can be hard on your throat, you know, so let me just sip this. Yeah. So let's watch now what happened there. Taylor giving the umpire something. 165 needed from 91 deliveries. Taylor is on 74. She's second now as we were going to watch Wareham comes in now. Both to Taylor. She's in both to Taylor, and Taylor is forward. She blocks it down the offside of the pitch. It runs to the edge of the second pitch on the square, and the bowler gets out there. The third pitch on the square. So the square, they go to the third pitch, and the bowler stopped it, and there is no run. 177 for 5 at the end of 35. 181 for 5. Oh my God. You know the thing was muted all along, Jay? Yeah. At the end of the over now, so I was going to mute it so I can eat the chips. And then realized it was muted. One more to Taylor. She moves up to 77, 182 for 5. Christopher Bristol, my friend, how you doing? Big up yourself, man. Kent is saying that, Kent from New York is saying that we're not going to win, but we need to stay positive, yeah? Can't complain about that. Can't give away our wicket side though. I go slower and we lose a wicket. Nah, man. Oh, you got to shower. So Valerie went and have a shower and by you came back and we lost a wicket. Boy, it's your fault, Valerie. You should not have gone to the shower. You know, that Campbell is one of our most improving batswomen over last year. She is, I think she became the 4th West Indies batswoman who was averaging in the 20s or above. She came out of the team last year. Yes, sometime last year she came out of the team. And she started the year averaging 15, and by the end of the year she was averaging 20. She has not had the best of 2026, but for me, I will play her. Yeah, 183 for 5. You know, somebody like Boyce. Boyce should be really playing, you know. But then there's so much politics I'm hearing surrounding Boyce. You know, you can't say everything that you hear. In my position, you cannot say everything that you hear, but you can just say it's politics. As Taylor drives that on the bounce, spectators catch. 77 she is, 9 to Campbell, 183 for 5. Here's Weirham in her 7th over. 7th on the track. The right arm leg spinner bowls to Campbell, who looks to sweep. She bottom edge it, but didn't get any leverage on it. The keeper comes from behind the stump, picks it up and field, and there is no run. So at end of over number 37, West Indies 183 for 5, Taylor on 77, Campbell on 9. The target is 342. What a lovely delivery that was from Kim Gard to Campbell, you know. She pitched up the keeper up to the stump. Gard over the wicket. Both of Campbell look pull. She pulled it down back on a square leg. She will get a single. The score goes up to 184 for 5. She now moves into double figure. Taylor is on 77. She comes into strike. So let's check in there. Taylor. Gard comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor is off the back foot. She steered this down away, wide off the field and the cover boundary. Can they limit them to 1? Yes, she did. Good work by the field and the cover boundary. Taylor move up to 78 though. Yes, yes. So as you see, yeah, she's presently averaging 19.89. So as I said, she hasn't have a wonderful 2026 thus far, but she in 2025 averaging above 20, became the fourth present West Indies batswoman to be averaging above 20. So she had a good 2025. It's just that she have not gotten the best of start in 2024, 2026. So, you know, banana chips done, but me still sort of chew up me like me if you sip this water. McGrath comes in, guard comes in, that one came back sharply to Taylor, but no damage done. No damage done. Like, that's much better now. So Valerie went and got a shower. A year fault. Why Chinel Henry out? So West Indies girls need a drink of rum, and Taylor steered this away in the gap. It will run very close to the boundary, and that took her in the 80s. She's now 82 from 94 deliveries. So into the gap, West Indies 190 for 5 at the end of 38. So I can run through some of your comments quickly now. Sandy Ford Biari, how you doing, man? From New York. These West Indies girls need a drink of rum. I think you want to say a drink of rum, but you deliberately say a drink. I understand you. Nothing wrong to say a drink of rum. Hope our coach is taking notes on certain tactics. I hope they do. I definitely hope they do, Jammer Small. You realize that Shane Dees doesn't want to hold up his head. He's holding down his head in his computer because he doesn't want to know that I'm looking at him. You know, him get nervous those times. So Taylor is on 82, 190 for 5. The run rate required, 12 overs remaining. So that's 72 deliveries. 144. So that will be 144. So that is 12 and 8. So it's 12.66. The run rate required is 12.66. Banana Brooks, 12.66 at this stage. So it will take some extraordinary batting. No? Valerie asked me if I think, Valerie, do you think that Sunil Shah deserves her cap during this series? No, I don't think so. And you would have heard me spoke about Sunil Shah that she is, let me tell you about Sunil Shah now. She's the Lawrence Rowe of West Indies women batting right now. When it comes to grace and charisma at the crease and elegance, but she need to produce some runs. I really think this girl Boyce, but I think Boyce is ahead of her. I think Boyce is ahead of even some of these women in the team. I think Boyce should really be in this squad. But as I said, you are not going to have Boyce in the squad because of politics, you know. And as I said, you can't talk everything you know, but Boyce is not going to get in the squad unless you get rid of the politics. So Taylor 82, she's gonna face strike 191 for 5 now. So Carey, who has been the least threatening of the Australian bowler. Anthony, coming to you. Over the wicket comes Carey. Bowls to Taylor, who slapped it back to her. She stopped it, but was unable to stop it cleanly, but she was able to prevent any run. 191 for 5. Campbell is on 12. Taylor is on 82. West Indies 191 for 5. The target is 342. I think that is out of it. I think most interest now is to see, can Taylor get 100 and then can West Indies kick on to a score close to 300? I don't think they will get the 342. So I think that probably some of the targets that we should be looking at. Taylor getting 100 and then see how close we can get to that 300 mark. The 70 deliveries remain, and if we get 100 from those 70 deliveries, we'll make 291. But if doesn't play the cricket, short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, long off, Carey bowls to Taylor, Yorker, she dug it out, down to long on for a single, one more to the total. She moves up to 83, 192 for 5 after 38.3 overs. Kent again. Looking forward for the local girl Claxton to get a solid batting chance. She's not being treated good in this game, though. I disagree with you, Kent. I disagree with you, honestly. I disagree with you. Over the wicket comes Carey, bowls to Campbell. Loud appeal she giving her. She's out. Leg before Campbell goes for 12. You know. So Campbell goes for 12. And so that's it for Campbell. She's gone for 12. She continued to have a very poor series. You know, so Kent, she bowled 2 overs for 19 runs. You know, you couldn't ask the captain to keep her on. You know, so I don't like that type of reasoning at all, because I think you're now seeing it more as a country thing than a West Indies setup, because she bowled 2 overs for 19 runs. If you're really interested in the performance of the West Indies team and not in the performance of Claxton per se, you know, a good performance from Claxton will of course aid the West Indies team. But having bowled 2 overs for 19 runs and the captain never gave her back the ball, you can't say that she was treated badly when you have 7 other bowlers in the team. You can't say that. You know, so I don't take that point. And secondly, she is coming in at number 8. Who should she have batted ahead of? You know, who should she have batted ahead of? So I don't think that comment is a fair comment, Kent. No, that's not a fair comment. What, Athena? Oh, Athena, I said that Sunela Shaw smashed 300 not out in the KFC Women's Cricket League in Trinidad last week. Oh, wonderful. Brilliant. That's nice. Claxton turned this away down to 5 leg for 4. First delivery on her pad. She clipped it away down to 5 leg for 4. Good start by Claxton. 196 for 6. So, yeah, I saw the message, Mrs. Brown. I saw it. So, that's good. That's good. That's very, very good. And you know, well, Valerie and you will know, Athena, that Sunel Shaw is somebody that I champion a lot. But I don't think she should be in the squad. Driven through the offside. Good shot by Claxton. The sweeper has to move to her left. Will they come back for 2? Wow, good. You know, Stephanie Taylor, having faced 96 deliveries, she came to the crease. I'm going to tell you when she came to the crease. When Quiana Joseph was dismissed, she came to the crease. Quiana Joseph was dismissed after the last delivery of the 4th over. So 35 overs have been bowled since Quiana Joseph was dismissed. That's 210 deliveries later. That's right. 6 times 35 is 210, right? 210 deliveries later, Stephanie Taylor on 83 is still pushing hard and running 2. Oh, wonderful, man. Wonderful. You know, wonderful. Wonderful fitness level there from Stephanie Taylor. Must be proud. Yeah. Yeah. Having been at the crease for 210 deliveries. Having made herself 83 and she's still pushing hard in the running. That's good. So Claxton is on 6, Taylor is on 83. So I'm very happy to hear that, Athena, that she smashed 300. And my girl, you know, I probably starting to talk about her even before you, Athena, don't. So yeah, Jazara Claxton, the home girl, comes down. Did I have a video of Jazara Claxton when she was going to the World Cup? You remember that video? Jam was small and I showed it. Jazara Claxton. Was it she that they named the community after her or something like that, and they put up a signpost at the edge of the community? Was it she? And I have the video of it. And I did play it on here when she was going to the Under-19 World Cup. That's one turned a long way back, Banana Brooks. It pitch about half stump and it end up about where the wide line is marked. It turned a long way, Banana Brooks. The leg break. Alana King in her 7th over. None for 39. 6.2. The right arm leg spinner bolts to Taylor. And Taylor popped this in the air but dropped short off the field line. Extra cover moving to her right. Lucky. She was lucky there. Anyway, she moves up to 84. Claxton and 6 comes into strike. Why they keep on showing that ball hitting Taylor on the back foot? She was well out of her crease and she was coming forward. And that ball would have gone over the stump. So if you don't have BRS to show me that it will have gone over the stump, don't show it again. Don't show it again. She was reaching there. She lost her shape, you know. Don't show it again. If you don't have DRS. Claxton drives to extra cover. Cannot beat extra cover. 6 she is from 3 deliveries. 199 for 6. Claxton Seckers as comes in bows, full toss, hit away in the gap between the short fine leg and the mid wicket. That's the West Indies 200. 200 for 6 West Indies with 1 to come in over number 40. And the ball is gripping and turning to the right hander. So I'm sure Alana Kling will be happy to see Stephanie Taylor there now. She comes in now, bowl to Taylor. Taylor swept this away. Down back with a square leg, straight to the fielder, though she moves up to 85. West Indies 201 for 6 at the end of 40. 201 for 6 at the end of 40. You know, her community all came out for her. You remember, Athena? You remember? And you remember I'm showing you the video. And they released that, you know, and everything, you know, and it was, yeah. Yeah, I remember, man. Yeah, man. But she's a good athlete. You know, I think she played more than one sport for her country, you know. I think she does, is it tennis that she does or track and field? I think track and field. She does track and field too. You know? She does track and field too. Says Carey is going to bowl to Taylor, who's an 85. Over the wicket. Comes in, bowls to Taylor. Full toss, hit away down towards long on. Straight to the field on the bounce. 1 more to the total. It's 202 for 6 now. Taylor moves up to 86. Claxton is on 7. They honor her main. Sure about them naming something after her part. Okay. Yeah. I think you're saying that they honor her, but you're not quite sure about the naming. Yeah. Oh, yes. It's football she play, not track and field. As she's beaten outside the half stump by Carey. So his keeper is standing up. .202 for 6. Claxton is on 7. She's facing. She's on strike. Carey over the wicket, bowls to the left hander, plays this out into the covers. It goes down to the fielder coming off the cover boundary for a single. They stay on 1. It's 203 now for 6. West Indies need a further 139 runs to win from 57 deliveries. 6 times 50 is 300, you know, so we can still win. And 4 times 50 is 200, so we can still win. Carey bowls to Taylor and Taylor drives to extra cover and there is no run. 203 for 6. So yes, she played, and I knew that she played another sport. I never knew if it was tennis or track and field. I shouldn't think track and field, because if she was track and field, she would have been in Jamaica, right? That she's still about 19. Taylor looks to swing. It came off the pad. They will go through for a single. Shy at the stump, miss. Is it a leg by? Oh, they didn't run. They went back in their crease. So Carey now, final delivery for over number 41. Over the wicket, bowls to Taylor, who drives magnificently through the covers down to the boundary for 4. That's a classic cover drive. You know, if you're not watching, I can tell you, just imagine it, Banana Brooks. The bowler pitched up, the half volley. The batsman leading with the head. And at the moment that the bat was touching the ball, it was the same time the point of her toe was touching the ground, and the ball just caresses away through the covers down to the boundary for 4. It takes her to 90 from 104 deliveries. Claxton is an 8. She will take strike. West Indies 207 for 6. Yeah, boundaries drying up now, but Banana Brooks I think Taylor saw that coming from you, Banana Brooks. And as soon as she saw the comment from you, she said, hold this, Banana Brooks. It was magnificent, man. It was sheer class. Cavalier West Indies fashion. So Gardner to bowler, 8 over, 2 for 31. She's going around the wicket to Claxton. She's in bowl to the left-handed Claxton, who cuts bottom edge it into the ground. The keeper collects after running back and collecting it. No run. 207 for 6. Yeah, that was a good shot from Taylor Jamor Small. Yes, indeed. Is it? Yes, 207 for 6. Yes, 207 for 6, Banana Brooks. Round the wicket, Gardner bowls to Glasgow. Not Glasgow. Claxton, who swept it away down to fine leg for 4. My friend from New York must be very angry with me now that I'm calling Claxton Glasgow. But it's Claxton that swept it away. 211 for 4. You know, Kent might probably saying, why are you calling him? Why are you calling her Glasgow? So Banana Brooks, they respond with 2 4s. Comes in, bowls to her. She gives herself room but cannot beat extra cover. 211 for 6. Yeah, well, yes, we definitely need a few more from them. Here is Gardner around the wicket, bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow was shaping for the big drive, but then the ball came in with the arm. She blocked it to mid-on. The bowler field just at the edge of the adjoining strip at mid-on. Comes in now, bowls to Glasgow. Glasgow right through her. It hit her on the pad and it runs away down to third man. They stay on 1. It will be leg by 1 to come in this over. The score goes up by 1 to 212 for 6. Oh, the umpire gave nothing, so it's a single, so it's inside edge. Inside edge onto the pad. As Gardner was round the wicket and Glasgow pushes forward, inside edge onto the pad, yeah. And then it missed the stump. Gardner over the wicket. Bowls to Taylor down the leg side, wide. Oh, I think that would have probably been a free boundary, you know. So let's watch now as drive by Taylor down to long off for another run. She moves up now to 91. So Taylor goes up by 1. She moves up to 91. The target is 342. So we need a further 128 runs from 48 deliveries, 214, 8 overs to go. Taylor will keep the strike. She's at 91. Carey, who I think is the Australian least effective bowler in this match thus far. Yeah, so Valerie saying, come on, Steph. And Kent is saying, oh, Valerie saying, I think we can touch 300 if Stefan stays not out at the end. My favorite shot is cover straight drive on drive, said Jamor Small. Yes, the on drive. Here is Wareham. She comes in now, bowl to Taylor, and Taylor just blocked the leg break. She's at 91. I hope she doesn't go in her shell and playing for the 100. Here is Wareham. She comes in now, bowls to Taylor, and she's swept down the leg side. Stifled appeal. Just pitch down the leg side, and Taylor looking to sweep, taken on the pad. 214 for 6. Where the Australian don't like it when anyone score 100 against them, you know. That's the googly. Chance for a run out. If she hits, she dead. Oh, she misses by a mile. Wow, so she played it into the onside. The bowler moved to her right, picked up. They went through for the singer. I don't know who called, but there it was. She played it into the onside, just about one strip away from the main strip. Where I moved to her right, picked up where the crease is marked, and shied and missed the stump. 215 for 6. That's nervous 90s. Absolutely nervous 90s. Comes in now. Bowls to the left-handed Glasgow. Turn away through mid-wicket. They will get a single here. Will they come back for 2? Let's see. Now, they stay on 1 this time. They stay on 1. So the running get a little edgy here. So 216 for 6. So Banana Brooks is asking who got over left for Australia. I will give it to you after these 2 deliveries. Wareham comes in, bowls to Taylor, who blocks it out into the offside. The bowler field and the 3rd strip. There's no run. And she just skipped around and field as the ball goes out into the offside. 1 delivery to coming over number 43. Taylor is on 92. Claxton is on 14 as she comes in now. Bowls to Taylor. Taylor blocks it again and there's no run. End off over number 43. Darcy Brown have 2 left. She has bowled 8 overs, none for 41. Kim Gart has 2 left. She has bowled 8 overs, no maiden, 2 for 31. Alana King has 3 left. She have conceded 42 runs, no maiden, no wicket. Nicola Carey, 4 overs, no maiden. So she has 6 overs. She will never get to bowl. Her Gardner has 2 and Wareham has 2. So of the 7 overs that are left, you expect King Gart to bowl 2, Darcy Brown to bowl 2. So that would be 4. So probably they'll go with Gardner. Yes, she's round the wicket. Bowls to Claxton. Big shot. Straight into the field at backward square leg. Oh, she keep on getting out right there, you know. No, it's not her. It's Glasgow. Sorry. Kent must be very, very saying, what's this man up against Glasgow? It's Jazara Claxton. But she swept it straight to deep backward square leg. So Gardner got her wicket. So her 2nd wicket. So 216 for 7, West Indies. Phoebe Litchfield was the fielder on the deep backward square leg boundary. It was a powerful shot, but she picked out the fielder who didn't have to move straight into the bread basket. West Indies lost their 7th wicket. Alia Alain should be coming now, right? Alia Alain. Yeah. Alia Alain. This is tricky for Stephanie Taylor. Is she? You know, she already showing signs of nervousness. You know, last year, this time with Alia Lane coming in at number 9, I will tell you that West Indies can still win this match, you know. Yeah. With Stephanie Taylor well set and Alia Lane coming at number 9, I will tell you that West Indies can still win this match. But she's very, very low on confidence. Very low on confidence. And why is she so low on confidence? Why, when the team as a performance coach, she drives. Look at her. Oh, lovely shot. Yes, the team as a performance coach. So why should she be so low on confidence? Yes. Gardner bowls to Alain, who swept this away down back with a square leg. She will get a singer. So 1 more to the total. So the score goes up to 217. So Gardner to bowl to Taylor. So let's see now. Gardner comes into Taylor. She's in balls to Taylor, and Taylor drives through the offside, dive by the field at cover, who parries it away down towards long off, but they'll stay on one. 93 she is, 218 for 7. 218 for 7. So she drives through the cover. Alia Lane comes forward and she looks to drive, but misses there. It bunks off the keeper and there is no run. So the performance coach is Dr. Nadine Sami. So Dr. Nadine Sami is the performance coach. She swept, taken on the body, bouncing over the stump, not out. 44 overs gone, 218 for 7. Stephanie Taylor is on 93. Will keep the strike. Alain is on 1. You know, so when you look at Alia Lane, you really see that she is low on confidence with the ball and with the bat. But we have a performance coach by the name of Dr. Nadine Sami. I would love to see her job description. I wonder if she wants to come on the channel. I would love to interview her. I would definitely love to see her job description. So Wareham to bowl with a short third man backward point, covered, extra cover, long off. Taken on the pad, not out, going down the leg side as Taylor turns, play across the line of a full delivery. She should have driven that down to long on for a singer. I think she should have, yeah. Bowls to Taylor, and Taylor blocked the leg break into the offside, backward point and cover converge on the ball. They stay in their respective crease. She remains on 93. A lot of deliveries to get this 100. Don't worry about it. As she seconds now, Wareham, the right arm leg spinner, 8.2 overs, 1 for 31, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor cuts to backward point, and there is no run. The score remains at 218 for 7. Short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, long off. I don't know if there's a sweeper on the cover boundary. I just gave you the 5 that I've seen. Wareham to Taylor, and Taylor blocks the googly. She just blocks it. The keeper collects and there is no run. 218 for 7. I really want to see the onside field. I think there are 3. Well, there's a short fine leg. So that's 6. So that's 6 fielders they have given you. Let's watch Wareham. The right arm leg spinner bowls to Taylor, and Taylor drives. Cannot beat cover. The score remains at 218 for 8. 1 delivery to come in this, the 9th over by Wareham. 1 for 31 from her 9th over. In her 9th over, 1 delivery to come. And I think Alia Lane just tell Taylor, just block this one. You know, I really have a lot of time for Alia Lane, you know, and I really hope that she finds her confident because she would have complimented Chinel Henry very well. Full toss, turn away through the onside. She was very careful there. I think that ball could have gone for more, but she was very careful. She just tapped it away down to deep mid wicket for a single. 94 now she is. 219 for 7 after 45. Yeah, so I would love to interview Dr. Nadine Sami. Definitely love to have an interview with her. I would love to get an understanding of what her job description is. Yeah. So Banana Brooks think that Taylor stall. The leg break grips and turn, and the keeper didn't call it. This pitch is turning it up. So Gardner there just changing up her action and firing a leg break. So this is her last over. Here's Gardner. She comes in now, bowls to Taylor down the pitch, and she whips it away down towards deep mid wicket. She will stay on 1. She will move up to 95. So Banana Brooks is agree. Taylor stalled a bit once she got into the 80s, but maybe you just need her. You just need her to make the 100 because she realized that we're not going to win this, you know. So I take 100 out of this. I don't have a problem with that, you know. I see If after a while I realize that we're not going to win this, I'm going to try to take 100. Yeah. As this one is driven down to the fielder at long on by Alain. One more to the total, 121 for 7. So Carlos Grant is saying that's the difference between West Indies and Australia. West Indies drop a lot of catches and Australia are holding theirs. I don't know if we're watching the same match though, you know. As that one is swept away down to backward of square leg by Taylor and she'll come back for 2, which should put out now to 90. It's 2. Is 1? I thought it was 2. It's 96 now. So Alain will take strike. Comes in, bowls, and she's forward and she blocks it. Good technical sound there. By, I'm sure it's 2. I don't understand what is going on. Anyway, end of the over, 46 overs ball, 222 for 7. Taylor is on 96. Alain is on 2. I honestly don't know what is going on because it's come Taylor, you come Taylor, you reach so far, said Jamur Sumal. Yes. So Weeram. So they are bowling the spinners. They are bowling out the spinners. Down the leg side, she looks to sweep, and there is no run. What's the subject? She has a doctorate in Arps Banana Brooks. And I honestly don't know, probably psychology or psychiatrist or something like. So I don't know. Driven down the ground, that's surely Alain. I'm coming to you because on the screen it is saying that Taylor is 98. So I coming to you. So, but it is also saying that is Taylor on strike. And she turned that into the onside. It's saying that Alain on strike, but it was Taylor who is on strike, and this is really mixing me up now. So the scorecard, as I told you, the score has been having a problem all day. I'm really trying to get. That's Alain that is on strike. I'm sure that is Alain. Yes, the big number 7 Taylor's back. That going down the leg side as she appeals, as she looks to pull. So I'm trying to get exactly what's going on here because so this is where I'm final over. So bear with me here. As she turned that into the onside. That's Alain that is batting, although the scorecard on the screen is saying Taylor. They are very mixed up here, but I can tell you the score though is 2. I can't follow the score on the screen. It's 225 for 7. I don't even know. I can tell you though that is Taylor facing. And she's cut this away down to third man. That's her 100. Brilliant, Stephanie Taylor. That's her 100. Congratulations to Stephanie Taylor. She took off the helmet, raised the bat, and well done. That's the only other West Indies batsman to have scored 100 apart from Haley Matthews in the last 5 years. Well done, Stephanie Taylor. Well done. 229 West Indies for 7. Taylor 102 from 125 deliveries. Good knock. So it was short outside the half stump and Taylor steered it away. Down to third man to bring up her 100. Well played. 10 fours, 1-6. Magnificent. Stephanie Taylor, the Ministry of Sport in Jamaica, said they are building a stadium, a mini stadium, to name after her. And this 100, she has brought up another 100 in her career. Well done. As the seamer comes back, bowls to a lane, she's out stump. They'll check it, but I think she's gone. She overbalanced and she's gone. They will check it. Good work by Wilson. She whipped off the bails. Ali Lane think that she's in. The Australian think that they have her. Yeah, this is good moral to go into the next match. I really am very happy for Taylor. And as I was saying to somebody at one stage, I'm sure she realized that West Indies was not going to win this match. So let me take 100. And she did take 100. And congratulations to her. You know. So she overbalanced. She's out. That foot is still in the air, or is it on the ground? It's going to be tight, you know. They look at it once. They have to take another look. They probably take another look from another angle. Yeah. Yeah, that foot is still in the air. That foot is not on the ground. You see the shadow there? See the shadow right at the popping crease? Yeah, so she's out. Good work by the keeper. Sean Overcomer said, I'm so excited for my country girl. Well done. Well, Sean Overcomer is really, she's a West Indies player, you know? Yeah, so she's really representing the West Indies, eh? Yeah, she's really representing the West Indies. Jamor Subal, because you're not on the ground, you tell me what I go on. Eh? You're telling me what's going on before I see it on my screen, Jamor Subal. Yeah. You know, so she's representing West Indies right now, eh? So I'm really happy for the West Indies player. Really, really happy for the West Indies player. But I'm, you know, and she was going to retire, you know. She wanted to retire and they asked her to stay. I recall sometime last year, I had a discussion. There were some persons who are saying that Taylor should go. And I keep on pointing it out to them because this is something that I have to point out. A 25% fit Stephanie Taylor is still better than all the West Indies batswomen except for Ailey Matthews and Deandra Dutton. Yeah, a 25% fit Stephanie Taylor is still better than all the other West Indies batswomen apart from Dutton and Matthews. A 100% fit Stephanie Taylor is arguably still the best batswoman in the team. You know, if you're judging by her record, she's the greatest West woman batsman of all time. Yeah. Stephanie Taylor, based on her record, is the greatest West Indies batswoman of all times. So congratulations to Stephanie. Stephanie, well done. Another 100. It has been a long time that she hasn't made 100 though, but it's a long time. Any other West Indies batswoman apart from Ailey Matthews has made 100. And that's why she's there. She can bat better than the rest, except, of course, Ailey. At this point of her career, if you say to me her overall career, she's better than Ailey. Not close. It's not close. But at this point of her career, the only batswoman in the team who I rate ahead of her is Ailey Matthews. So, well done and congratulations. The scorecard is not on the screen again, you know. So here is bowls to the right-handed. That's Muma, who played it down the onside, and they will stay on one. So good knock. I think most of us are happy that at least there's something in the match. 233 for 8 with 2 overs to go. 233 for 8, 2 overs to go. You know, most of us are happy that she got the 100. Well, I think every West Indian fan should be happy that she got the 100. I am disappointed that we lost the match. I'm always going to be disappointed when West Indies lose. I never want West Indies to lose. I never, ever want West Indies to lose. we are 233 for 8. I am hoping that at least we get another 9 runs at least from these 2 overs so that we will lose by less than 100. So I'm disappointed with the loss, but it's not one of those losses that I'm vexed about. I'm pleased that she got the highest score in the match, that a West Indies player got the highest score in the match. As Fletcher just hit this down to mid-on. We'll see if they get a run. No, 233 for 8. So Darcy Brown is the bowler. She's going to bowl to Fletcher, who is deep in her crease. Her left foot is on the popping crease. Her right foot is deep in the crease. Outside the half stump, slower delivery. She bottom edge it back into the pitch, back to the bowler. And so, no run. So it's 234 for 8. After 2 deliveries in over number 234 for 8. After 2 deliveries in number 49. And I really want us to bat out the overs, which as she swings, it comes off the bat, it goes to cover. So my 2 target right now is that I need us to get up to 242 so that the defeat is less than 100. And I also want us to bat out the 50 overs. When was the last time the West Indies bat out 50 overs? And she played that away into the covers. That's Fletcher. And they will get 1 more run. 1 more run. Here's Brown. Don't know the score. Honestly, I don't know the score. Swung away by Taylor. It goes down towards long on for another run. Let me see if this score is working. So this is saying 235 for 8 at the end of 49 overs. So 235 for 8 at the end of 49 overs. So hopefully we will get the 7 runs required so that we don't lose by 100. And and Australia was bowled out. Hopefully we are not being bowled out. So 235 for 8. So she steered that away down to short third man. So 1 more to the total, 236 for 8. Really want West Indies now to just get up to that 242. That's a good looking shot down towards backward of square leg. So the fielder comes in, that's Alana King. 1 more to the total. I can't tell you what the total is. Honestly, we do not know what the total is. The scoreboard has been a mess. I've been an absolute mess. But it has been a good afternoon. 3.5, almost 3.5 hours doing a watch along. She just blocked this down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. So, well, congratulations to Taylor, and I want to thank everyone who was tuning in. Thank everyone who has slashed a like on the video. Really appreciate everyone that slashed a like on the video. Thank you for doing so. If you have not done so yet, just click off the live chat and hit that thumbs up button. So Fletcher is on strike. Can't tell you the score. What I can tell you though is that Stephanie Taylor make 100 full toss, and that's played back to the bowler. All the scoring site that I have, that they are not giving their up and down with their score. Let me check. ESPN is saying 236 for 8 with 2 deliveries to go. There's probably 1 delivery to go because ESPN is always behind. This is probably the last delivery. Comes in now. Balls to Muma. That's a bumper. Would wide be signal? Yes, the signal wide. So 1 more to the total, which will make it 237 for 8 if I'm going by ESPN. So 1 more to the total. So I think this is going to be the last delivery now. She blocks it out into the outside. They go through for a singer. They feel that cover doesn't collect. And fittingly, Stephanie Taylor will face the last delivery. So indeed, it was at the last delivery. So maybe yes, ESPN is correct. So it's 238 for 8. Can Taylor hit a 4 and bring us up to the 242 so that the defeat is less than 100? Really would like to see that. So again, I say thank everyone, and please slash a like on the video. And she just guide this out into the offside. So that's it. Australia have won. It's been a long evening. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. And all being well, I will be back here with you on Wednesday. On Sunday. Take care now.